to ACTV, home of the Mavericks and Dragons. And tonight, once again, we are bringing something back that we did last year. And we've got a lot of great feedback from last year, and we're doing the wrestling duels this year. Once again, we're not live there at the school with the COVID precautions, but we are here in the studio. We have some people there live, and it looks like they're getting ready to do the national anthem. And we've got Anderson County, Clinton, Powell, and Karns. I think it's Karns versus Clinton coming up first. With me, as always, is my brother Jared. He's a long time. He does a lot of the sports and stuff with us here. And once again, Coach
Snyder.
Sorry. Coach Eric Snyder. I was actually thinking of VL Stone's earlier, so I apologize. But yeah, Coach Snyder here with us, and so for all the technical type things for this, we're going to turn to him because he's got a lot more experience with this than we do. So, Eric, let us know. Tell us a little bit about what's going on tonight for people who are watching for the first time. That way we can kind of just get right into it once they finish up the national anthem.
Absolutely, Lee. First of all, thank you guys for having me tonight. It's an honor to be here, and it's always fun. Last year we had a really good time with this, and I thought it was really good to promote wrestling in East Tennessee. Tonight we have duels, so what you're going to have is you're going to have a team against team, and wrestling is a individual sport, but it's also a team sport, and they actually have two different pathways to championships. What we're going to see tonight is teams wrestling teams, and then from this they'll go into regions, and from that they'll actually go into a state team versus team tournament. You also have individuals, so after the tournament is over, then you'll have individual wrestlings where a student or a wrestler needs to win to move on, and at that point he'll go on to the state tournament and wrestle as an individual, still part of a team, but wrestle as an individual. So tonight is the team versus team duels, and this is our district.
We got people waving at us. Yeah, I think it's gotten over there that we're doing this on TV, so it's great. And you know, and I believe you were saying, you know, we've reached out to a lot of the state officials about this tonight. So, you know, we're promoting this statewide, and we're going to see if it pops up anywhere else. So this is fantastic. I love this.
Yeah. One of my guys I respect a great deal is Chris Coover, and Chris is actually a ref at the collegiate level, and he schedules and promotes all the refs in this area in East Tennessee. And I reached out to him last night, and he sent this out to all the refs in the state of Tennessee. So officials, very privileged. Chris is an amazing guy, amazing wrestler, amazing knowledge, amazing official, and he's helped me promote this as well. So we're real excited about that.
So if you are an official and you're watching, first of all, I want to say thank you for taking your time. I know you guys get paid a little bit of money, but it's not enough to justify what you all do and pour back into the sport. So I just want to say thank you for investing in youth and their lives, and taking your time away from your family to ref a sport that I'm sure you respect and love. So I want to say thank you to those guys.
Jared, I'll tell you, I appreciate you saying that because the job is so really hard. We are so fortunate because it's hard to get refs and to keep that that pool of really talented people in the pipeline, and we're very, very fortunate. We've got a lot of really good officials in East Tennessee, and I've been lucky that I've lived in 5 different states and worked in several different school systems, and that's not the case everywhere. Tonight's official actually comes to us from Alabama. He's been here, I think this is his 3rd year, if I'm not mistaken. I believe his name's Tim Thomas, and he's in Alabama. He's a 20-year veteran refereeing, so I don't know him personally, but from what I hear, I think he's going to do a great job. So I'm excited to see him out there tonight and watch this get going here. I think we're about ready to start here.
Absolutely, and so we do have Karns and Clinton starting off. So, and I believe is it 106? Is that the first?
Yeah. We start at 106. So, what we do is we're going to sit
6 pounds. So
Lee and I we're in that weight class back in what, 4th grade?
Yeah. So, so that's really the first weight class that we've got. It's going to be 106. Now, as we go through this, not every school will have a participant weight class, and we'll kind of give you those as we go through it. Just kind of let you know who's actually participating this time. So what is the first weight class?
Well, we got to see. They usually flip a coin. It looks like it might be 106, but they could send somebody else out there. I'd like to recognize the coach from Karns. His name is Finley. This is his 7th year as a wrestling coach, but this is his 2nd year as the head coach. So Hunter's been around for a little bit. He's got 21 years of football and track coach experience in Tennessee, and he was at Bearden for 16 of those, and at Karns for 5. Clinton, man, I can't tell you how excited I am about this guy. This is Josh Kate. This is our first-year coach this year, and Josh is doing an amazing job. And a little bit later on, I'd like to get into a little bit more about Josh. Josh is actually a MMA fighter, a professional MMA fighter, and you could just look up, go to YouTube tonight, look up Josh Hollywood Kate, and you'll pull up about 5-6 of his matches. And he's pretty intense.
Don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home. That's right.
But that's very interesting.
He's an amazing guy, man. We were very fortunate to find him, and he runs his gym during the day and coaches, and then goes back to his gym at night. So he's in school, he's getting his degree in psychology, and he's a fireball, and he's got more guys out than we've had out in 4 years. So I'm just pumped up. He looks like a wrestler when you see him. He's intense. He's pretty awesome. So him and Coach Brum, who's new, he's our football assistant coach as well, and that's a gentleman beside him there. So you see Coach Kate there.
So real quick, as we get ready to roll here, why don't you go over how wrestlers get points,
Sure.
how they can lose points,
Yep.
just the basics.
Yep.
Go over the very basics of what our folks are going to watch.
Sure. What you're going to do is you're going to have these 2 individuals going to come out, and it's awesome. They're going to shake hands, and they're going to stand in that middle circle there. And what they're trying to achieve is to one of 2 things. They're going to accumulate points, and they can win by having the most points at the end, or with a pin, which is their scapula is exposed on the mat for 2 seconds, and they're going to try to gain control. You'll see them start what we call neutral, which both of them are going to be on their feet, and they're looking to establish control. So we'll get into that and what a takedown is and the points, and I'll try to walk you through that as we go through. But it's really exciting, especially if you're not used to watching wrestling. It's a different sport, and it's pretty cool. This is our 106-pounder. So if I'm not mistaken, and I think this is Caleb Kendall, who's a freshman from Clinton. I think he's been wrestling about 4 years. So we'll get an angle on him. And from Karns, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is Hunter Brown. This is his first year wrestling freshman, and they recruited him from football this year, actually, to come out and fill these weights. So that's the great thing about wrestling, is that there's so many different weight classes that it doesn't matter really what size you are. You're competing against guys that weigh the same as you. So whether you're 285, which is our heavyweight class, or 106 pounds, it's really a sport that everybody can participate in. So what he did there was he got a takedown on him, so he has control, put him on his back. I don't think there was any back points there. I didn't get a chance to look at that. But what he's doing is getting that wrist control, and he's going to try to turn this opponent. So he wants to get him on his back, to expose his back for 3, 4, 5 seconds to get back points. And as he accumulates those points, like I said, he could win by that, or he could win by exposing his shoulders to the mat for a pin.
So what are some of the moves that the wrestler can use for defense?
Sure. Well, he's getting ready to be down, so his knees are going to be behind the line and his hands in front. This is one of my favorite positions because it's an opportunity to score. If he gets up and gets away, it's going to be a point. If he reverses the guy, it's going to be 2 points, 2 points reversal. But what you want to do here, in my opinion, the first thing you're going to do is get hand control. It's so vital. You got to peel those hands away, because he's going to probably go to the ankle, he's going to go to the waist, or work for some type of arm bar or something of that nature, a half. A lot of different options on top. But what the Clinton wrestler wants to do is to establish that wrist control, to get up on his feet, and to ultimately get away or get a reversal. So there's a bunch of different moves that he can do from here. So we'll just have to see. It looks like there's a little blood time, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So he's got time to stop that blood.
So from what I'm looking at, it looks like Karns is actually up on this one too.
Yeah. Okay. So he got a takedown. I'm not sure if there was a penalty or what the point came from, but he got no back points, so he wasn't exposed for enough time to earn that. But
so does it have to be both both shoulder blades?
For the pin, it does. Now,
Okay.
for back points, you have to have a 45-degree angle. So once he is exposed for a 45-degree angle, the referee, you're going to see him start counting 1 second, 2 second, 3 second. And there's two types of back points. You get a 3-point near fall if he's exposed, and a 2-point near fall. So 45-degree angle for 2 to 4 seconds is a 2-point near fall. That's 2 points. And if he exposes it for 5 seconds or more, it's a 3-point near fall.
Okay. That's fantastic. So we are taking just a little bit of a break as the action has gone back live. Let's go back. And so this is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Where Karns gets control.
He has control. What you want to do, see, he's trying to do a reversal here, trying to step over that leg and work towards the right there. He really needs to separate himself there. If he steps up, he's got to separate from that contact there. Right now, there's no change at this point. Our Karns is still in control, as you can see. Our guy on the bottom, personally, I'd be coaching him to get that wrist control, peel that half, first of all, that half that's on his shoulder, peel that down, because that's a lot of pressure, and he's going to end up trying to turn him.
It looks like the Karns wrestler was trying to go into exactly what his coach was just showing him during the blood break, if you will, the injury timeout. And
looks like there's some blood on the mat possibly now.
Now, according to his coach, the Clinton wrestler, Caleb, his favorite pin is the chicken wing. But he's got to establish control to do that. He can't do that move from this position. He needs to get away. And
so, for the viewers at home, can you show that on Lee right now, please? Can you put Lee in the chicken wing?
I'll do that a little bit later.
Okay.
I'll do that a little later. But we're really proud of our kids. Wrestlers, they do a great job. Caleb is actually a 3.4 student. He's got a GPA. His favorite subject's math, and he's just a really cool kid. So he likes to fish and hunt. He's a Anderson County boy. He likes to get out there and spend times out in the in fishing and hunting and having a good time. So we're excited that he's here.
I'm all about that too.
You're all about that too. So.
But no, it's again, there's another stoppage now. Is there so many stoppages that they can do?
Well, I believe now, I haven't officiated in about 2 years or so, but I believe it's 5 minutes that he has. And it's not the time that they're off the mat, it's the time until the blood stops. Okay. So the recovery time. So if they stop the blood and it takes another 30 seconds to, bandage it up, that doesn't go against the wrestler.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
So is it a cumulative 5 minutes?
Yeah. Well, no, it's cumulative, everything added together. So he's got throughout the whole match to gain that time. Yeah.
So it looked like the Karns player got a penalty called against him. So Clinton's got another point. It's 2-2 now.
Okay.
But it looks like the referee, when he was motioning, he was almost motioning like for a full Nelson.
Okay.
And so I'm guessing that's a penalty that you can't do in this style of wrestling.
It is, and I think most people kind of understand what a full Nelson is. But if you're coming up over both arms, under both elbows, you can physically touch or you cannot physically touch. Even though you're underneath, it's still a full Nelson. So if I'm under you and my hands are here and they're not touching, that is a full Nelson, or I could lock them and it's full Nelson. So it doesn't matter. Either way is illegal.
Okay. So I want to give a shout out to Coach Sloan, I believe. He's doing the disinfectant move there on the mat.
Yeah. Hey, we do that even if it's not a COVID year. We are very healthy and clean and hygienic individuals. So you got to do that with wrestling. So
and that's one thing with COVID going on. I was afraid that we weren't going to be able that weren't going to do wrestling this year.
Yeah.
And it's something, we did it once last year, and it really is one of the most fun things that we've done here at ACTV. And I was going to miss doing that as they get ready to, as Karns is getting ready to reestablish control again, and they go back live.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they've been able to let these let the student athletes have the opportunity to get back out onto the mat.
Oh, me too, Lee. I mean, I'm so excited. I believe the last order was from the governor was Executive Order 70, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, that runs through January 19th. And that's just, what you're going to see tonight is what you saw in a lot of the football games this year and basketball games. Our crowd is reduced. We're down to, just parents, guardians, immediate household members. Obviously, first responders and coaches are there, team personnel, facility administrator, and athletic like officials, but and media. Other than that, we really try to limit the number of guests that we have in our building.
Right, which is the reason we're here.
Yes.
Doing this.
Media.
Yeah, we're doing play-by-play. Now we do have a couple of camera people, that type thing, that are over there, obviously. But that's why we've really tried to abide by all the rules and everything, and that's why we're here. So it's for the safety of all the student athletes and everybody over there. So
so what you're seeing now is this is second period. So they started out in neutral. They flip a disc, and you have the option of up, down, neutral, defer. Defer is I'm going to choose now, or I'm going to let you choose now, and I'll choose later. So in the 3 periods, each period is 2 minutes long. So it was neutral. I didn't see who won the toss, but decided to go neutral. So it is 2-2. Minute 39 into the second period here.
And each period is 5 minutes?
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
2 minutes, yeah. And then we'll go into overtime and sudden victory and things of that nature. So Clinton shot in there. He's looking for a dump. He's coming over. He does not have control yet. He needs to go away from the head. He's kind of going towards the head right there, but he's stepping over. No control yet. No control yet. Still nothing. Still nothing. Yeah, he's got to bring him down to the mat and have that established control. So they're on the boundary there, but still no control. He wants to come up, post that outside leg, and go away from the head. It's an easy mistake. I think a lot of younger kids do is to go towards the head. But yeah, he wants to pick him up, come down. Here he comes. Nothing yet.
Wasn't able to get his hips turned or something in order to get him to get his back down.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort when you're in that position because you got all that weight there and you're just pulling it in. So it's really difficult and you expend a lot of energy there. So you really want to kind of work angles. Like he's kind of working an angle here. It's a lot easier to do that when you have somebody laying directly on top of you. So I'm sure you guys can demonstrate this here in a little bit as well. Yeah,
so looks like about 45 seconds left to go
in the second period. Yeah, second period.
And how many periods per match like this?
We'll have, and again, if there's a pin, the match stops. It's over. So right now they're working on points. This is the second. There's going to be third. There he's got a takedown right now. He's got that at control. He wants to be behind the elbows. Okay, so he's a little bit over the elbow. He wants to be behind those elbows. Looking for a turn. We want to break him down on his hips. So he's trying to lift that leg up. He's trying to pick that near leg up. So he gets him on his hips. Now he wants to try to turn that. So there he goes. Now he's got him on his back. He's going to start seeing that count. That's the pin. That's the match, guys. So Clinton ended up winning that with 13 seconds left in the second period. So
that's going to be Caleb Kendall, and he does get the win there in the first match over Hunter Brown. So congratulations. Clinton gets the points for the team, and he gets them individually.
Yep. He gets 6 points for that. Okay. So for that pin, it is 6-0 right now. And that'll be accumulated, and obviously we'll see who wins the team score at the end. So I do not believe that there's 113 for either school. There is 120, though, for Karns. So what would happen is if they send him out, Clinton doesn't have a guy, he'll get his hands raised, and that'll be 6 points. So if that transpires here in the next couple minutes, you're going to see 6-6, Karns and Clinton, and we'll go into what I believe is 126. Clinton has 126, and Karns does not. So again, it's going to be 12-6 if that works out, and then we'll finally hook up at we don't have 132 either, so it's a little mismatch. I don't think we hook up to 138 pounds.
Okay.
Well, I'll be back. I'm going to go over and wrestle for Clinton.
All right, which
at
132?
Which leg are you going to use?
I'm just going to use half my body.
Okay.
So 138 is what we should come back out. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's probably going to be 12-12.
Got his hand raised there, just like we were talking about. Here comes Clinton. Should be the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's somebody for Karns coming out.
Okay.
So can they wrestle up?
They can.
So, if
one weight class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what weight class this is. Like I said, if I'm not mistaken, it's 138, but we'll have to see. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody on site that can get us that information. I believe it's 138, according to the records that I've gotten from the coaches.
Yeah.
So there we got a takedown, little sweep there. Our Karns wrestler's on top. He's got that leg in. He wants to be careful of not getting his hips too high as they go out of bounds. So we're going to come back. Clinton's going to be on the bottom, the parterre position, and Karns will be on top. Again, Clinton wants to establish that hand control. He should be facing us. There we go. And Karns is wanting to do a breakdown, or Karns could kick him loose and go back to takedowns if he feels good on his feet.
So my question is when they rolled out of bounds like that, how do they decide who chooses
position?
Sure. Karns was in control. Clinton was
Okay.
on the bottom, so it's going to come back the same way. That's a
Gotcha.
great question. Yeah. So again, we're here, set. Once he's set, he cannot move. Karns is on top, and they start the match. So again, he's trying to turn. He can't stay on that leg and on that hip forever. He's going to have to come off and try to work that. As you can see him right now, he just came off that hip. He's not allowed to ride that hip the entire time. We want lots of action. So Clinton does not want to reach back there. He wants to peel that half or that power half. He's got a power half on him. He's got his legs in, so he's really trying to stretch him out. As you can see, take those knees out. A lot of work on the bottom here. You can't spend 2 minutes down there. So throwing a crossface there, again trying to turn. But Clinton really wants to get that leg out and get that wrist control.
He's got the wrist. He just can't get. Doesn't look like he can get his leg out.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of form there. Once he gets into that position, he can come back and work on that leg. It's looking like he's coming over here. Yeah, here he goes. So he's trying to get those back points. Yeah, he's going to get those back points. Clinton probably has his shoulder up, so you can see that count. And there's the count.
Man, that was a unique
Move.
position they were in there.
Yeah. That's fun to work legs like that and to pull those in. So the guy's got a little bit of experience. If that is 138 for Karns, he's been wrestling for 4 years and he's a senior. So,
I can tell. I mean,
you can tell. Yeah, he leads the team in pins. So
if that's 138, this makes this 145. Correct?
If it is 145. You can see Clinton on top here with that takedown. Little unorthodox, but he's in there wrestling. He's on top. He's got to get his hips back. Yeah, so he's getting, well, this is different. So he's getting those back points. He's a little high. So throwing in that.
So do you want to be more down closer, like around the hip area when you're doing that?
Well, he definitely wants to be behind those triceps and down by the hips. Yeah, from this position, he's way too high, and he's going to end up getting kicked off base here. But he's establishing that control again, because see that's what happens.
All right, so
you lose that. Yeah, that's a reversal. So that's 2 points. So you're going to see 2 to 5 here in a second. They should give him 2 points for that reversal, and there they go. So there's another reversal. He's on top here. Wants to go perpendicular. He's got the guy in a cradle. He'll want to put the.
Oh, he's trying to pin him now.
He is. He's kind of all over the place. Yeah,
Karns
there's another reversal.
Keeping that left shoulder up.
Yeah, there's another reversal. So, and then we got another reversal. So it keeps going back and back. And the reason that they're losing position here is because of hips. These guys obviously are out there and they're wrestling really hard, and I commend them for that. But really want to try to stop that back and forth and that back and forth. So obviously it has to do with understanding balance and weight position and everything like that. But he's doing a good job. He's up. Looks like the score is 4-11 right now with about 22 seconds left. So he's pulling in that wrist, trying to ride them out, and make sure that guy doesn't get an escape within the last 15 seconds here. So we call this short time.
Okay.
For those of you watching at home, Coach Schneider's currently trying to grow his hair out to have the same haircut as the Clinton wrestlers.
Well, I am. I don't have that top. I don't know what kind of gel that is, but
that's pretty impressive.
The single ponytail right on top of the...
I've heard of a man bun.
Well,
is that like a man? I don't know what that is.
Listen, in 1992, that was popular. We call it, there we go.
So this is 138 now? Okay, so this is 138.
Okay, all right. So this is, looks like Riley Sisk from Clinton. And Gregory. This is Michael. So Michael leads the team in pins for Karns. Riley Sisk. This is his first year wrestling. He's a 9th grader.
Well, that could be why he doesn't have the technique down.
He doesn't, but he just stopped a little throw there.
I'm just telling you.
He is a scrapper. I'll tell you what.
I'm enjoying this.
I'll take Hart every day of the week over skill or talent. Hart is awesome when you see these guys go out there and battle like this. So he's a pretty put together freshman, if you ask me. So he looks pretty good. But Riley plays football, and he loves the half Nelson. That's his favorite move. Blast double. His favorite subject's math, and eventually he wants to go to or his favorite athlete, I'm sorry, is Cam Newton. So I'm a little bit of a football fan here.
So what are some moves that are just off limits that
obviously the full Nelson, which we saw earlier, because there was the penalty.
Full Nelson, biting, striking, kicking, anything over the restriction restricts the breatheway, your airway in your throat.
Anything that we did as kids to each other is not allowed.
Yeah.
What about a toe stomp?
No toe stomps. You're not going to do a George Animal Steal. You're not going to bite the belt buckle. You can't do slams. So if you pick up your opponent, you got to safely return them to the mat. You'll see some stuff tonight, even though they've been wrestling a little bit. My gosh, these reversals are going back and forth.
They just kind of rolled like
They
twice
do. Like,
there.
hey, Jared, he had the head there. He's also got to have the arm. They'll keep wrestling. He lost his headgear, and once there's a break, he will put him back on. Obviously, you can see that hair sticking out right there. So
I call that the pebbles.
I want to see.
Whenever I do that for my
The
daughter,
pebbles?
I say she looks like pebbles.
I want to see Jared. I want to
Flintstones.
see Jared rock that. I think.
Hey,
I'll tell you what.
hey,
Well, he had the rooster there whenever he was a little bit younger, where it kind of.
Hey,
Walking down the street, see him
just-
walking the Hoskins down there at that big old.
you're just jealous that I could do it.
I could when I was younger, not so much now. I just shave it to get rid of it now.
There's his half. He should walk towards the head, get off his knees, walk towards the head, walk towards the head. Again, as he walks towards that head, get off the knees.
So he was on his back. Would that have counted as points?
I didn't see how long he was there. I don't know if it was any time.
It's got to be 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It wasn't 2 seconds.
Yeah.
There's points.
So you can see the referee. He'll start to. Usually they wave their hands and that's a pin. So
Wow. So the newbie.
It's quick. Yeah.
Newbie came through with a W.
He
I guess
did.
we'll have to call him Bam Bam instead of Pedals.
Bam
since he
Bam.
got
I don't
the,
know.
the
I don't think
Pebbles.
I'm going to disrespect this guy.
Well, that's why I said. That's why I said Bam Bam.
Yeah,
I'm just saying the hair. That's what.
You're right. I
don't
don't give you that. You're right. But he's 138 pounds.
I've wrestled for a long time, but I'm old, and I don't think I want to tangle with this guy. I'll
Man,
tell you what.
he looked good on that one. I mean, really, especially for a freshman.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good wrestling in his future. I really enjoyed that match.
Yeah, I like that too. So this is 145. This is Josh Combs, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's 145. He's a 9th grader, and this is his first year as well. I believe this is Josh. So, and if that's the case, he's wrestling Ricky McCullum, who's also a first-year wrestler, sophomore. So I wish we had a lineup. They draw the lineups right before the matches. I wish we had that to see who's bumping up and who's not. If I'm not mistaken, I think this young man has wrestled before. That's a gator roll. That's pretty cool. I don't see that often. It's called a gator roll.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, what you want to do is you want to hold him there on the back once you roll through there. Okay, it looks like we're at 160 now. Like I said, I hate the fact that we can't see this. Yeah, Lucas, that's what I was going to say. Lucas has been wrestling for a while. This is Lucas Kendall. He's a sophomore. He's been wrestling for 4 years. He's actually our team captain, and he's got 80 career pins. So
wow.
he knows what he's doing. You can just see the way that he moves his hips, and yeah, there you go. There's your pin.
Well, and he was going up against Michael Elliott. He's a first-year wrestler.
Yeah.
He is a senior.
Yeah.
He was recruited from football. Yeah, I mean, you go up against a senior 4 years who's been doing this for a while.
Sure.
And, again, it's the technique. 4 years to.
Well, Lucas is a sophomore. He's just been
sophomore.
wrestling for 4 years.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, the great thing about Anderson County and Clinton High School is that we started these feeder programs, these middle school programs, these elementary school programs. We got a lot of people that are involved in that. Our teachers' kids are involved in that, and it's really taken off. And I give all that to our athletic directors, Brad Collette and Gary Terry, and Coach Sloan and Coach Kate. These guys are just growing this in East Tennessee. And I tell you what, it's taken off. We're so fortunate, and I just love the sport and what it does. And we just got some great guys at the helm that are making some great decisions.
Karns just got 6 points there for not having Clinton not having a weight class. So, like, how young do we have here in Anderson County? How young do we have to start the wrestling?
Around here, I've seen. I've seen everything from 5-year-olds coming out there.
Okay.
So
because I got a 2-year-old little girl that's pretty rambunctious.
Yeah.
So
she's a scrapper.
Yeah.
So we were me and my wife when we were talking about this, we were talking about getting Lena out here.
Yeah.
So this is 182.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, 182. I wonder if they Clinton bumped somebody up because I don't currently have an 82. Let's see. Like I said, I hate it that we don't see the matchups. They change and everything
that's
changes.
6 points.
Yeah, it is. I haven't kept up with all
I
the.
haven't either. We probably need to do that.
So this is probably a 95. I don't know. Maybe a couple kids didn't make weight. I know we do have some 95 pounds. This could be 220. Let me see. If it is, it would be Riley Webb from Clinton, who's a sophomore, second year. I believe it is probably 220. You can recognize your big boys once they get out there. They're usually pretty obvious here. Let's see.
So
Let's see. Okay, so these big guys, this is interesting too. They wrestle a little bit different. You don't have quite as many shots. Some headlocks there. There's a slipped headlock, so we got a takedown for Karns. They don't like to get in underneath each other. If you guys can see that, it's a lot of weight to bridge or to get off your back there. So Clinton is down. Karns is up 2-0, and that was a slipped headlock to a takedown. So again, Clinton wants to come up to his feet, get that hand control. Doesn't want to be on the bottom there. He's coming up. There's that hand control. He's starting to come up, turning in towards him. He's moving. That's great. He's screwing around there, trying to get that hand control. Needs to grab those wrists is really what's going to stop it. There he goes. If he comes up to his feet there. Nothing yet. Holding on that leg. He wants to square off with that young man there.
Yeah, I don't think Clinton wants the Clinton wrestler wants to be on the ground.
Oh, here we go. There's a reversal. And his shoulders are on the mat.
Hurt.
Is he? Yeah.
I think he's hurt.
Yeah, I don't think there was a pin there. Looks like he hit his knee.
I didn't see anything.
And his nose is bleeding.
Is his nose bleeding too?
I think it is.
Okay. Well, I didn't see him anything specific.
I think his foot may have just slid against that mat as he was getting turned and got twisted up a little bit there. So
he'll have some injury time here. If he cannot go on, the match will be awarded to the Clinton wrestler.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens here as they take an injury time out there. But, and guys, what we have here is we have our districts, and then we're going to roll into our regions from that. So our top teams from this will wrestle top teams from our other districts for regionals. And in our regionals, we are actually 3A, Region 2, which includes Anderson County High School, Clinton High School, Karns High School, Knoxville Central, Halls High School, Powell, Sevier High School, Sevier County, High School, Seymour, and South Doyle.
Okay.
So that'll probably be next week, and I imagine.
So we got several of those schools represented here tonight.
Yeah, and what they'll do is they keep working on until we get to the dual state championships, and those are Saturday, February the 6th. Actually, this year, years past, it's always, I believe, been the same place. We're doing it at several high schools this year, based on the regions. It's very localized and small. So that'll be at Nolensville High School, Centennial High School, Independence High School, and Mill Creek Middle School. So those are the 4 middle schools, and they'll host the regions in the area this year. After that, they go into the individual state tournament. That's actually February 18th to 20th, and that's going to be at Chattanooga Convention Center. It hasn't been in Chattanooga. It's been at the same place for the last 10 years. So it's going to be interesting this year to have that at Chattanooga.
So I see how the teams, like the duels, and they move on as teams. How, like individual, is it just like your match record over the season, or is there anything else there?
For the duels or the individual?
The individuals.
Individual
states.
So what you'll do is you have these guys, and this is a weird year, but a lot less matches. I mean, I get emails all the time with people trying to pick up matches, but you'll have their matches, and obviously head-to-head. So if you're one of the best guys in the state, and I'm one of the best guys, and I wrestle you and I beat you, I'm going to be seated above you. Okay. Kind of like a 16-man bracket or, 8-man bracket, you know, like your regular seating. And then try to separate your seeds based on record, based on head-to-head. There's a bunch of criteria for this. And as we go through that, we will wrestle and just work ourselves through that bracket.
It looks like Karns is their guys are going to have to withdraw due to injury.
I imagine it's injury default, yeah. So Clinton should win that match. I believe he'll raise his hand here. There you go. So it looks like he's not even touching him to raise his hand, so that's another COVID protocol.
So now this looks like the big guys.
This is our big guys. Yeah, so this is obviously, this is a good time. So for Clinton here, if I'm not mistaken, this is Justin Toomey. Justin's brother actually wrestled the first year we started a team, right. I think. So who do we have there for Karns?
Karns is going to be Zach Gassler.
Okay. So there's Toomey on top. Toomey's pretty experienced. He's a pretty good guy. He's a good football player too. Justin's he's very, very strong. He squats 550 pounds, 3.1 GPA, and he's been wrestling and playing football for 4 years.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is Logan Ewing, because they didn't put a weight. They just put HWT. But they call him the gorilla.
Oh, do they? All right.
That was in the quotations here, was the gorilla. But looks like Clinton took that one. And Red was announced as the winner. So I'm not sure the score for that duel, because we can't see the scores.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Clinton won that with the forfeits
so.
and everything else, but we'll have to look at that.
So, yeah, that one was a pin. So that one was, I mean, that's another 6 points for Clinton. But I don't know what the final score is for that dual match. We're trying to work on that. But as we get ready, I guess Anderson County and Powell would be next. Anderson County, Matt Sloan is still the coach there, the head coach there for Anderson County.
He also coaches football.
He does, and Matt's a great guy. I've known him for a while. And then as far as Powell goes, I don't see a head coach listed here.
For Powell? Yeah. Let me see. Let's see. We got...
He's got a system, Lee. Don't mess up his system.
That is actually Larry Neely. I don't have that there. Larry's awesome. Larry's been wrestling or been a coach here in the Knoxville area, I believe, for 42 years. And I think
he's the one. I remember him from
wrestling coach for 42 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's impressive. And I believe this is his last year. He says that. I hope it's not. Larry's awesome.
He's going to go into consulting. They make more money.
Yeah. So hopefully we might be able to get Josh Kate to do an interview with us, maybe between duels here. I don't know if that's possible, but I'd really like to get a chance to talk to all our coaches and get a little input from them. So especially our Josh, Coach Kate, who's new to the area.
Yeah, now Kate is he's the Clinton head.
He's the Clinton head coach. Yeah, he's the Brazilian MMA. You guys can call him Hollywood. I asked him last night if that was okay.
You know, if you give me that permission, you know that's what I'm going to go with.
So he's a pretty humble guy. He's pretty cool, but he's the real deal.
There was another famous wrestler that went by Hollywood.
I don't know who you're talking about. No, that wasn't a wrestler. That was a wrestler.
That's right.
And again, that's the difference. So this is now, as far as amateur wrestling goes, there are a few different types of amateur wrestling.
Yeah.
For here in East Tennessee at the high school level, tell us a little bit about that type of wrestling, what it's called, the differences between some of the other amateur wrestling that we see.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is too, guys, is this is for everybody. Girls wrestling in the state of Tennessee is blowing up.
I can't wait.
I would love to have a girls program at AC in Clinton. That's where we want to go eventually. We have gotten success. We got buy-in. We've got kids. Honestly, they come out, like you said, your daughter, they come out at 4 or 5 years old, and they first of all, they're mean as snakes.
That's why I picked Lena instead of Emma. There's a reason I picked that one.
They love it, and it's just rolling around and gymnastics and learning how, the fundamentals, and they're really, really strong. These girls, there's some programs in the state that wrestle that have all girls team. If I'm not mistaken, the rules are still if you are on a girls program, you cannot wrestle boys through the season. Now you could be on a boys team and you can wrestle girls and boys. If there's a girl on the team or a boy on the team, usually it's male dominated, but that's fine. But you can't wrestle in the all girls state tournament. So you kind of have to pick a pathway, one or the other. Either I want to be all girls or I want to be mixed, and that's fine with me. So it just depends on the location, the team.
How many teams like in this area have female programs?
I would say I don't know specifically. Like I said, I've been out for about 2 or 3 years, but I mean, I could tell you right now that there's at least 4 or 5 solid teams in East Tennessee that legitimately will have girls that go to state and place. That are really.
So I have some friends. They have a son that's wrestling and a daughter that's wrestling and stuff. So I see them.
Is this in Tennessee?
Yeah. Well, it's here in Anderson County.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so they're wrestling at the younger levels. level.
Sure.
You know,
They like it?
club programs, I guess is what you would call it. And, man, they eat it up. They love it.
Yeah, it's great and it promotes health and everything. Back to your question, Lee, is you have what we're doing now is kind of like folk style, and that's kind of like your general wrestling. What you see in the Olympics is freestyle, and it's a little bit higher scoring, higher paced. You get a lot more points for turns, whereas if every time you expose or roll a guy across the mat, there's 2 points. You don't get that in wrestling. You got to stop in folk style. You got to stop them. You got to hold them there. You got to expose the back. You got to count. So it's very quick pace. And then you have Greco-Roman, which hopefully I'll encourage you to do us a display tonight. And that's all upper body. Those are throws. That's nothing in the legs. It's just these two big guys going at it. Yeah, exactly. So it's just all throws and that type of stuff. So it's really cool.
All right, and it looks like we're about to be joined here by Clinton's head coach.
Awesome.
Coach, can you hear me?
I can.
Awesome. So
No, that's Coach Hollywood.
Hollywood, I appreciate you joining us. Eric told me about calling you Hollywood, but
That's right.
Coach, so we couldn't see the final score. What was the final score of that duel?
42-30 for Clinton.
Awesome. So congratulations on winning the first one. Welcome to the area, and tell us a little bit about your program and what you've got going on right now.
Man, we have a program that's basically starting over in my eyes. This is the first year of Clinton wrestling, and we're out there recruiting kids, especially my assistant coach, Coach Burham. He's a football coach as well, and Coach Keith, really pushing kids to come out to the wrestling program. And like I said, this is the beginning. We have a bunch of freshmen and sophomores, and we're looking to build more than a program. We're building a dynasty at Clinton.
I absolutely love it. And I've heard a lot of high school and college football coaches really encourage wrestling as kind of a secondary sport, working with hand-eye coordination, footwork, those type things. So what is it you're actually looking for whenever you're looking to try to get somebody to come into the program?
Yeah, that's a big selling point. I don't know if a lot of the high schoolers see it so much, but the hand fighting and just conditioning and tenacity of wrestling is second to none. I've worked with some professional football players that came from UT, Cam Sutton, that plays for the Steelers. He trained with me for a little bit. LaTroy Lewis, who he's not in the NFL anymore, but he did a few years in the NFL, because they understand the importance of the hand fighting and the mentality. That's the big thing, just that killer instinct and drive that really makes you. That's what wrestling has to offer to football players.
Absolutely. Coach Snyder, do you have?
Yeah. Hey, Coach. How's it going, man?
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, Lucas looked great out there. Talk me through that. So he looks like he's got some confidence out there. He looked methodical. Looks like he's really starting to grow. That's for those at home. That's our 160-pound wrestler for Clinton. Talk me through that match. What do you think? Is he on the right track there?
Oh, he's definitely on the right track. He's a sponge, man. He picks up everything that I throw at him, that assassin that he pinned him with.
Yeah.
And we worked that this year. I showed it to him one time. He hit it in practice today. That's like, his move now that he loves it. I was glad to see him hit it here today, especially such an important match.
Yeah, well, what I can tell is how at ease he looks out there, and that you can really tell a difference between your kids that have got some experience and not. Hey, and we want to pull you back here and talk to you a little bit later too, but got a couple of things. But the last thing I wanted to say, your side job, you are a Brazilian jiu-jitsu MMA fighter. I know you were scheduled to have a fight this past October, but COVID ended up coming in and doing all that. Tell me how
COVID, no, he pulled out because he was scared of what Hollywood was bringing to the table.
Well, I didn't want to disrespect anybody on live, so but that's fine.
Oh, I love it.
But let me ask you this, Coach. Tell me what translates well between MMA and wrestling.
Well, wrestling is the best base for MMA. You control where the fight goes, and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
If I want to stay on the feet and I'm a better wrestler, you can't take me down. If I want to go to the ground, I'm going to take it to the ground. That's the biggest element that wrestling has to offer, plus the conditioning, tenacity, all that stuff we talked about with football. But it's just being able to dictate where the fight goes.
Yeah. So, and like you said earlier, that wrist control, we're doing some commentary with these guys on the bottom position. You grab those wrists and you step up and you separate those hips. You get that escape, you get that reversal. It's really a lot of just mind-body awareness and where you're at and everything. What's the name of your gym in Knoxville, Coach? Is it Kate?
Josh Kate. Yeah, Josh Kate. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and kickboxing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, we're so excited to have you, Coach, and I couldn't be more proud of you. And I know we talk a lot, but couldn't be more proud of you and what I saw there. So I'm excited. I think you guys are going to, you guys will have Powell, I think, will be your next match. So have you wrestled them this year yet?
We haven't wrestled Powell yet, but I tell you what, I brought a bag full of butt kicking tonight to hand out to these other teams. So I hope they're ready for it.
All right.
Hey,
well, we hope so too, Coach.
Hey, I got a quick question. Question. If I can promote this fight, Eric, the administrator Snyder, against Hollywood Cates, are you in?
That is an in-school match at Clinton next season.
Woo!
That's what I'm saying.
It's done. I will make it happen.
Fundraiser, guys. Once I get my my Bengay and my icy hot and all the other things that I need to just wake up in the morning, I don't want any part of Hollywood Cake, guys. And for those of you that are interested, this is really cool, and I encourage you to do this. Go to YouTube and type in Josh Cate MMA, and you'll see all kinds of matches pull up. So, Coach, you're awesome. I'm so proud of you, man, and what you're doing there. Keep fighting. Give them heck, and let's see some good wrestling tonight.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Coach Cate, thank you so much for joining us. We'll have you back, and we'll do another one of these here in a little bit. But go prepare for your next match. I think you've got a couple in between, so I think you got a little bit of a break, and then you got back-to-back with Powell and AC. So
yeah, I'll see you after we win the next one.
Hey, absolutely. When you win the next two, Coach. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
See you.
And once again, that was...
he's animated, isn't he?
Oh, I love it, man. I love it.
Oh, he's a little spitfire. He's actually probably about 140 pounds.
I can't wait to get ACTV over there for the administrator versus the Hollywood.
I'll tell you what, Jared, I was actually talking to him last night. And I said, Coach, we got to go at it now. And he's like, oh, I've been waiting for you to ask me. So, listen, I wouldn't last a second. I'm so far out of shape.
So we're looking for sponsors right now.
Sponsors. To help, put your money on Hollywood, I'm telling you. No striking, though.
And we're going to do another one. We've got Coach Terry, who's going to sit down real quick as we're still in between duels. So, Coach Terry, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So, Coach Terry, tell us what it's like to host an event like this. Clinton won that first match, and, a lot of Anderson County is still new to this type of wrestling. So tell us what it's like to host an event like this and what's going on down there at Anderson County right now.
I certainly appreciate you guys broadcasting our event. This is our second year doing this. It's been a lot of fun. It's growing. Even in a COVID year, we still got a good crowd of parents here to watch their kids participate. And I'm sure if we didn't have the limits on the people that could come, it would be a lot more full in here. And it's just an exciting time to be a wrestler at Anderson County High School and be in our program. It's continuing to grow each year. Our ninth season. And it gets better every year, more competitive every year. A lot of fun. A lot of fun for the fans, a lot of fun for the kids. So it's a great environment. We're having a great time.
Absolutely. And Jared and I have talked, and we've done a lot of football games and basketball games, but doing these wrestling, the duels is by far the most fun thing that we do. I hate that we're not actually there in the gymnasium right now, but it looks like Anderson County's got some stability. Matt Sloan is still the head coach. Tell us a little bit about Matt and where he's got this program going right now.
I can't say enough about Matt Sloan. He does his talking on the mat. He does a great job with the kids, gets a lot of kids out, teaches them techniques. You're not going to hear him say anything about the state championships that the state championship kids that he's had. He's had 4 All-State that have went to Murfreesboro down there and placed on the podium. And we're looking for a few more to do that here in the next few years as our program continues to grow and we get more kids in it. This program's getting ready to add a girls program as we move to the future right there.
That's awesome.
It's going to be very exciting to do that. We've got some young ladies in the middle school and youth league right there already that are ready to come to Anderson County, and we're looking forward to getting that program started. And Matt Sloan is going to lead that like he's led our program this entire time, and that's what Matt is. He's a leader. He's a program star. Glad to have been a part of the beginning of this whole process. And, 20, 30 years, when we look back at this thing and see how big it is and how much it's grown, and maybe we have to add another gym up here to host all these things that we're going to do with our wrestling program, that I'll be glad that I was on the ground floor of it with Matt guide him through that process of building a program like this.
Hey, Gary. This is Eric. And you're spot on with Matt. And I also want to give a little shout out, man, because he doesn't do it by himself, man. He's got a heck of an AD there that is doing a great job with him. So I appreciate all the hard work that you do. The other thing I wanted to talk to you. Tell me a little bit about your assistant coach.
Tate Holmes is he graduated from here. He came here because of wrestling. We opened that program up, and he wasn't an Anderson County kid, but he knew we had a great program getting to begin. Yeah. He wanted the bottom floor of it. He came here and wrestled for us, was an all-state wrestler for us there, played quarterback for us in football. Linebacker, was an outstanding athlete, did a great job as a student. We were actually just talking with his English teacher over here, and she said, "Is that Tate Holmes?" And I was like, "Yes." I said, "He's out on the wall of our wall of fame out here in the lobby." And she said, "I had him in class. I can't believe that's him." And I said, he graduated from college. He's back. He's helping our wrestling program.
Yeah.
He brings an element of toughness to our wrestling program.
Yeah.
He wrestled down there in Georgia and brought that back here. Got a scholarship, went to school, got a degree, and is back here at Anderson County helping our program. And those are things that we're interested in doing right there, growing our kids, letting them go out and get those scholarships, get those degrees, and come back and
bring that fire back to the cave, man.
Absolutely.
That's what you guys are doing. And do you think you can encourage him maybe a little bit later on to come on screen with us and speak a few words? You think he'd be willing to do that? He was always a minute. He did his work. He's talking on the mat. He never used to jaw that much.
He's not a talker.
No, he's not a talker. We'll pull. And listen, with these guys, we'll get it out of him.
We'll pull something out of him, I'm sure.
Thank you, Gary.
I know you will.
Hey, Jared's got something here.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Yes, sir, Jared. Good to see you, sir.
I just had an idea. So we've got a match lined up. I think we just had a...
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, I'm in.
Sorry.
I think we just had a little faux pas there. So we got this match lined up between Hollywood Cates and the administrator Snyder. I would like to add a third. Would GT want to get in on that? Some wrestling action for a fundraiser for these these wrestling programs.
You know me. I love a good fight.
I don't want anything to do with either one of them. I've seen GT. He's an animal on and off the court, man. I don't want anything to do with him. I'm done. Where do I write my check? I'm just going to donate.
So I remember one time we were kind of roughhousing in the field house, and Coach Terry, we were roughhousing with him too, and he said, "Fellas, I promise you this: you're bigger than me, and you could probably whoop my tail, but I'll promise you one thing: I'm gonna bloody your nose before you do."
Oh yeah, listen.
Hey, he wouldn't say anything like that.
Memory.
Not at all.
Yeah. Coach Terry, have a good one. It's good to see you.
Thank you so much, GT. I appreciate it.
Thanks
Thank you.
so much. Love y'all.
Thank you. Love you too, man. All right. So as we get ready for Karns and Powell, this is actually the two schools out close to where I live, out in Powell, and I love watching. Looks like we've got some guys warming up there. We've still got a little bit of time before this duel starts. So Clinton won the first one, and so they've got a little bit of momentum, but they've got a little bit of time to sit. So when you were coaching or participating, did you like having the break between matches, or like two duels between? Like you got two duels before you go again, and then you're back to back. So.
Yeah, I mean, you need that break, you need that recovery time. I think it's going to get tougher as Clinton goes through.
Okay.
Coach Finley is amazing, and I'm so excited. I talked to him this week, and he's from Karns, and he's just such a good coach. I think Powell has got more weight classes filled, so I think that's going to be a little bit more challenging. You're not going to see as many forfeits. And then I also listen. AC is they're just tough guys. I think there's maybe one weight class that they don't have filled. So
if everybody made weight.
If everybody made weight,
right.
You're right. Yeah, and that's the thing that I hate not being there is to see that lineup, and the coaches are strategic with who they put in there. They might have two 170s, and one's going to wrestle this time, maybe the other one's the next, or one will bump up to 89 depending on who they're wrestling. And there's a lot of strategy that goes behind it. But I'm excited to do that. I think Honestly, it's probably Matt's duel to lose. So he's just got a quality team, guys.
I'm telling you,
he's from top to bottom. He's just really solid.
And he's just a solid guy.
Oh, he's fantastic.
And that's the thing, if you have a coach that you believe in, that's honest with you, that you trust, and it's easy to buy into that program, and it's really easy to start growing a program when you've got somebody like a Matt Sloan at the head of it.
Yeah. Well, when you look at those guys, Davey Gillum, football coach, same way. You can talk about Wallace. You can talk about, I don't know a coach that AC has that isn't humble and does their work on the court or on the mat or on the field.
The big thing, what I see from that program as a whole is just consistency.
Yeah.
Every coach that you just named has been there a long time.
Sure.
Even the wrestling coach has been there. What
9 years?
Has he been there since the beginning?
Since the beginning.
9 years.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if they had a coach before him, but
now they did just change the ladies basketball coach, and she has done a fantastic job upgrading the facilities and the fundamentals, getting those girls in shape. I saw all the pictures that Ricky Williams, who is
family friend,
basically family with us, but he would take and just seeing all of them just working out and everything. And she's got those ladies ready, and they've had a pretty good season so far. So, but again, she proved it on the court before she moved into the coaching.
Absolutely. And if you watched Oak Ridge last year, girls AC versus this year,
it's
and no offense, but it's a night and day. The girls moving the balls up the court and just the offense and defense,
number one, being able to run up and down the court with Oak Ridge.
Well, the excitement around the program too. You have a national champion, collegiate national champion. You
former
have
Lady Vol,
and you know what kind of weight that carries here in East Tennessee.
Yeah. We're just blessed. We're blessed, Jared. We got a great school system. We got a fantastic athletic program. We got good schools, good leadership. Dan Jenkins and Ben Downs are two of the finest gentlemen that I know. Two wonderful principals. I am a director of secondary, so I get to work with both of them. And I'm just very fortunate to be where I'm at and in such a great area and such great people around here. So.
Yeah, I remember actually when you came here from South Carolina, right?
South Carolina, 2010. Yeah, it's 10 years ago.
Yeah, wow.
That's the year I got married.
Yeah.
2010.
Yeah.
But
and so I'm sure you were involved in wrestling there.
I was. It was funny because I went down there and we finished third one year at state at high school, and we're like, what we really need is this middle school program, this feeder program. Obviously, these coaches here know how vital that is. I said, let me go down there. Let me go down there, and I never coached middle school before. I took my favorite assistant with me and went down there. It was the best year that I've ever had in my life. It was a couple years. It was so much fun. He ended up being actually nominated him USA Wrestling for Assistant Coach of the Year, and he won Assistant Coach of the Year in the nation.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
As my assistant coach. So we went from not being able to walk.
Well, that's what the best head coaches do. They hire good assistants,
Yeah.
So actually, this looks like Anderson County and Powell.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So So the top we got to rate. Yeah. So it's AC and Powell.
This should be good. This should be really good.
This really should be up there. I know Powell's got, like you said, a very experienced coach. Anderson County's got a strong team, and as you said, you said Anderson County's duel to lose. So let's see how they do in getting ready.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see what AC looks like this year. I haven't been able to see any of the matches, so I'm a little heartbroken. But I know some of the people returning, and I know that Coach, from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, Coach will get somebody new out, and he just develops. He just knows how to get the most out of them. A really outstanding coach. So.
Well, we'll start again at the 106-pound level. Is that correct?
Yes. And looks like Gabe Dietland, is going to be the 106 for Anderson County. I'm not sure who it is for Powell, but
if we're at 106, I'm not. If that's what we're stopping out, we'll have to. Like I said, I want to make sure we get talking about our right guy out there.
And that's one of the tough things about being here in the studio, and I want to take just a second and talk about that. They've done a beautiful job.
So it looks like it was just automatic there for Anderson County at 106. So let's see who's coming up next.
They've done a beautiful job with this studio. They've put a lot of work into it, and commend Ryan and Andy's leadership here to doing that. So
another automatic there,
yep.
113 for Anderson County. So it looks like 120 will be the first one if.
Yeah, that would have been Lucas.
Lucas Pruitt, I believe, from Anderson County.
So 106 and 113 were autos, were automatics for Anderson County. So now they're pulling up the 120s. Looks like it's going to be Tucker Markland and Caleb Hill from Powell.
Tucker Markland is a freshman, and I believe he's a second-year wrestler. Continues to grow and show improvement the more he learns, and I'm just real excited to see what he's looking like this year. So aggressive, good stance, looking to peel that off. No takedown yet. Going to go out of bounds. That's going to be nothing. Going to both start up neutral again. Tell you what, Tucker's got that wrestling body, man. He's got his hips low to the ground. He's that always helps.
He does. He does look like.
Yeah, and he looks like a wrestler. That's when you say somebody looks like a wrestler. That's it. That's a really good shot. Got that single leg. Needs to get his hips underneath him.
He's definitely
and go to the knee. Go to the knee and 2. So he's got that takedown. Working on a cradle, going back, going to get that exposure.
Well, he's got that wrist control.
Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Looks like 3. That would be 2 points that we're going to award. Once he changes, there's your 2 points, back points.
So typically, like at this weight class, you have the Powell wrestler is much taller. So does that come into play whenever you're really looking?
It does, but I'll tell you what, I've seen long, lanky guys that can use. You got to understand how to use leverage. You know, how to use those long arms and legs. It does help. Obviously, I'm kind of a short guy, so I think it's really good because it's hard to take. In order to throw somebody or take them down, you have to drop your hips lower than them. So that's one benefit to being short. Now, Jared, I'm going to tell you. This was bigger than I ever wrestled in high school. So this is 120. The most I've ever wrestled was 119. So I wrestled 112 for freshman, sophomore, and junior year.
Well,
so
I don't know Hollywood yet.
Yeah.
I look forward to meeting him. But, you know, I picked 3 individuals that have a similar build, I think, for this promoted fight that I'm going to be promoting, you know, for wrestling here in Anderson County.
Well, I'm going to ref. That'd be great. We need an official. But now I weighed about 140, but I was wrestling 112.
You know, I think we could probably get some of your friends across the state to volunteer some time to come over here and watch you wrestle.
Maybe. I don't know. You give me a little bit of time. I gotta hit the streets a little bit. So, and I'm probably bigger than both of them. But here we go. Again, we got short time left with 4 seconds. He let him go. Gave him that escape with 2 seconds left. That's just not knowing the time there. So, hate that. So it's 6-1. Powell defers, so he's going to have the option third period. Again, from Powell, is this Eric?
Right. Yeah. No, Caleb Hill.
Caleb Hill, I'm
120.
sorry. Okay. Caleb, Powell defers, and AC chooses down, which is really smart. You're going to get more points that way. Needs to move. Now you can see him. He's going to move. He needs to separate that, make some distance there, and either get that wrist control, or it looks like he's going for a reversal there.
Even on the taller one, whenever he tries, he has to, step over in order to try to get the wrist control or try to move around a little bit. That leg just has so much farther to go. And that's why I was wondering if the shorter wrestler may have a little bit of an advantage.
Well, this is what I love to say: is any body, BODY, can wrestle. It doesn't matter whether you're big, strong, small, your shape. It's just a matter of figuring out how your body works for you and how you can take advantage of it.
Those calves on Tucker, man, he's got
some big calves.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
I mean that's just power right there. Some sort of penalty point was awarded to Powell. I'm not sure what happened. Since we're not there, it's hard to
locking hands. Locking hands on top. That'll be 1 point. They're going to let him wrestle for a second. He's going to break the match here and award 1 to AC.
So you can't lock the.
You cannot lock hands around the waist like that. You can lock hands if it's in a pinning combination.
But just when you're trying to get position.
Yeah, you can't lock hands around the waist when he's on the bottom there. So that's what Powell did, and I believe that's why it's 8-2 if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was Powell locking hands. Let me see. Obviously, there's a question there Mr. Neely has.
So now that's the coach that's been coaching for 40 years, right?
Yeah. And this year, they've already seen each other head-to-head. AC is 7-4 overall.
Okay.
And they did pretty good against Powell, beat Powell, Karns, Carter, and Catholic. Fulton. Now, Sevier County and West, I believe, they beat them as well. But they had a hard time with Hardin Valley and Seymour. Also beaten by McMinn and Marable, if I'm not mistaken.
So let's see here. Clinton still,
AC.
Anderson County trying to get that. It looks like he switched right there. He's now on top with the position.
Yeah, you can see that 10-2 right now. So he's trying to get that control. Throwing him on his back there, has an over and an under. Probably wants to come off and get perpendicular. Break that leg away.
You can tell.
Encircle that elbow.
You can really tell the experience difference.
Yeah, you can. He's pretty solid, feels pretty good. He's looking to do a tilt. Wants to elevate those legs if he could. There's a lot to remember. So, I mean, he wants to get his hips down, get his knee in the side, elevate with his ankle. Lots of stuff to it. So you can tell that this kid, though, has picked up some information and some
How long did you say
experience.
he's been? It's only the second year wrestling?
I believe so.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what coach can do with him in a couple of years. So has that half, wants to walk towards the head. Again, so you can see him try to walk towards that head, get off those hips. Obviously, that's the end of the period. So we're going into the third. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 12-2.
That's what it looks like up there.
Yep.
Yeah, 12-2.
So what you're going to have is a technical fall if he beats him by 15 points. So they'll stop the match and that's over. So that's 5. Yeah.
So instead of the full 6 for the pin, they
correct.
get 5.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no mistake. When you beat somebody by 15 points, I mean, that's your run rule in wrestling is what that is.
So Powell wrestler Caleb Hill was able to get back up to his feet. He shot down on the leg. Now he's trying to pick him up.
Yep, looking for a back heel trip there. Again, let's see.
It looked like he got 2 points for a takedown there.
Yeah, he did. He closed that gap a little bit.
See, I'm starting to figure it out a little bit. I mean, second year I've done it, so I'm starting to. I'm still working.
He wants to peel that. He wants to post with his outside leg.
Okay.
So that's what happens when you don't post, is you get that rolled over. So
he's trying to keep that.
peel that. Yeah. This guy, your power wrestler, really needs to come off his hips and put a lot of pressure. He needs to walk towards the head. So he's
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. You can start to see that. Some separation there. And this is just experience. The longer you're here, the more you're here, the more you get used to how to move that. He doesn't want to reach over the leg there. That's not something you want to do. Again, he wants to stand up, get that wrist control, stand up. He's getting tired. You don't want to spend 2 minutes down there. It'll wear you out. We got about 50 seconds left. I'm sure Coach would really like to see him get a pin or get a tech fall here. It's going to be a major decision unless he ends up doing that 15-point run rule or a pin. We got about 30 seconds left or so.
It doesn't look like he's really
it looks like
able
he's out of
to.
gas a
Yeah,
little bit,
it's hard for him to get rolled over. I
Sure.
mean, you could see him trying to do that, but it's.
They're
I mean,
still in
for
down.
his case, it'd be better for him to get outside the ring, right? Mm-hmm. And give him,
Be out of bounds.
yeah.
Start fresh.
It's like grabbing the rope in wrestling.
Yeah, kind of.
Don't compare them. One's entertainment. One's an actual sport.
We got 17 seconds left here. Nice stand up, getting up those wrist control. You see that wrist control? That's what he's doing. He's trying to separate his hips. Hopefully, he
That's
gets
where that
in.
leverage
Yeah,
comes
that's where that
in.
leverage
Yeah.
comes in. Needs to peel that half, build up to his base. 4 seconds, short time. 3, 2, 1.
Should be
So
it.
good match. Yeah, that'll be a major decision.
So is there, I'm guessing there's a point differential that goes up on the board if major decision.
Yep, that's 4 if I'm not mistaken, and a
Okay.
minor decision is 3.
So a pin is 6.
Technical fall is 5.
Technical's 5. And then 4.
Major decision is 4, and minor
Okay.
decision is 3.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So And then you got things like disqualification and this and that, but those aren't usually those are usually more rare.
So is for like for the ones where they don't have that weight class, that's considered like a pin is
That's
6
like 6
points.
points.
Okay. Absolutely. And so as we're waiting to see what happens next, it looks like 132.
Yeah, 126 would be a forfeit, probably. Vandell Norman.
And then
132.
Anderson County actually doesn't have a 132.
Correct.
Unless somebody wrestles up.
Correct. So let's see what we got going on here. This might be 138. These guys actually look a little bit bigger than that. So I don't know what this is.
Well, TV does put on 10 pounds.
Yeah, it does. Actually, there's not a 138 for Powell. This might be 45.
You think it's 45?
I think it probably is. Yeah, these guys look bigger than 38. But Powell Wrestler looks pretty decent there. Looks like his name is is that Xander? If this is 145, that would be Scotty Flatford from AC. Who's, if that's him, that's a sophomore, first-year wrestler, looking for his first win as a mat man. So
yeah, it's 145. Yeah, Xander Keith from Powell, he looks strong, man.
Yeah,
he had him rolled up right there, and I thought he was going to get a pin, but he didn't get the full count.
Yeah, he's got him on his back. He understands what he's doing there. I'm sure this guy's experience looks pretty tough.
Get out of the circle.
Yeah, well,
as wide as he's got
those, done there.
As wide as he's got those feet set, he's not going anywhere.
No,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying about understanding your weight and using your hips, how that works. So there's a pin. Yeah. So that's going to be 6 points for Powell. Now I'm
152.
thinking we got a 152 match. I give that AC kid a lot of credit. I tell you what, to go out there and to wrestle and to wrestle tough guys like that, and it's your first year, and you're out there by yourself and taking a win or taking a loss, that's not easy to do. And,
yeah, but that can be a great learning experience.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Too.
It's character building.
Especially if you can make the match last.
Yeah.
So this looks like 152 possibly. Aaron Delaney and
LeBron Derry. If this is 152.
Well, they look smaller than the last one.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. I don't know. He's got some hair there, so that might make up for some of the weight.
So we're going to need you to cut weight.
Yeah, can you cut your hair? 152.
It is 152.
Yeah,
all right.
So this is LeBron Derry. He's a freshman from Anderson County. This is his third year wrestling. He's a football player, and they say he's really good with that length. So you're talking about his length. They said he gets out of more situations because he's tall than a lot of other guys. So he actually uses that to his advantage.
Well, I see he's trying to get the wrist control there that you were talking about, or arm control.
Yeah. They say he's hard to handle. They say he's just lanky. He's a little wiry. He's long, and that it's just hard to really. Some guys are like that. You just get in there, and they're just hard to maneuver.
Well, the thing is at this 152, Powell's wrestler seems pretty tall as well. Neither one of them are like this shorter, stockier. Both of them seem like they've got some length. So this might be pretty entertaining.
Yeah. He's looking for that half. No pressure. Again, he wants to come out to the side. You don't want to run a half from behind the hips there.
So it looked like a penalty there against Anderson County.
This is your new rule. I'm imagining is that last year you always have to have your hair up, and if you guys remember, I think in Pennsylvania and New Jersey you had that thing that was on the news where the ref made him cut his hair there on the.
Oh
mat.
no, I missed that.
Yeah, it was huge. So they're like, do not do this, especially when it got nationally televised on the radio station.
Oh no.
So they're like,
that was a bad decision.
It was a bad decision, and I think that's why we're at where we're at now. So again, I'm not 100% sure, but I imagine.
I mean, I understand like wanting to have it up, just safety. You don't want to get stepped on or whenever you.
It is, but it was a tournament, and he wouldn't let him wrestle without cutting it. So they had to pull out the shears and do that. So. So here again, we're on top here from AC. He's looking like that's a near side, what we call a near side ankle pick. Obviously, that's the one he's closest to. He's kind of draping his body there, trying to make him carry his weight. But you really want to come off those hips. Like I said, you can't really turn when you're riding back on those hips. Now, staying back there is exactly where you want to be to get that control. But to end up turning a guy, you want to come off those hips. So it looks like a close match here. It looks like we got, 2-1?
Yeah, it looks like the end of the first.
End of the first period, going to the second. So this is going to be a close match. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe AC is up.
Yeah, he said he wanted to be on top. He asked the AC wrestler.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he wanted to be on
Some
top.
guys don't like being on the bottom there. They
maybe
have a hard
that
time getting
length
out.
type
Yeah, it could be.
thing.
Spreading them out. There we go.
See, that could be why
it
he
could
tries
be.
to do it. Try
Yeah.
to roll him right there.
Exactly. All your power's in your hips right there. That's the most important thing in wrestling, bar none, is your hips and your hip position there. You can hold a guy down. You can turn a guy. Everything's about the hips. Now he's putting all his weight in his feet. Wants to get off his knees, separate those legs, and really make the guy carry him. He keeps the guy down like this for 2 minutes. He's going to get worn out. So he's up high.
He's trying to spin.
He is, but he doesn't want to give this guy any room to get away here.
I think that's what happened, and he was able to get his hands underneath him and starts to stand up there. But he
could do a front headlock from there. He's not.
Got the death roll going on.
Yeah.
The gator. What?
Gator roll.
Gator roll from that first match was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. You got to see how you can turn that into a pin. It's pretty cool. Well, hopefully we'll see that with Kate versus Terry. Rumble.
Oh, now it's Kate versus Terry.
Rumble. It's always been Kate versus Terry. You guys are the one trying to throw this into it. So
You
the
got
rumble and the jumble. So hey, look, I'll tell you what. I have no problem getting out there if you guys go ahead and want to gear up and get out there and roll with each other too. I'm fine with that.
I mean, I'm down. It's been about 20 years.
Anytime that I have an excuse where my mom can't fuss at me for hurting him, I take advantage of it.
Yeah. So who ended up getting the better of each other back in the day? Who was that?
Lee did. Lee always. He's the older brother. He did until was it my 8th grade year or my freshman year?
9th grade, you started to make it a little bit even, so I stopped.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in college at that point, and
I pinned him downstairs against the door and a chair.
Yeah, it was bad hip placement on mine. I let him roll it over, and just some technical issues there, and
just got a pin there from Anderson
Yeah.
County, so it looks pretty solid.
and
there.
again
Pretty good
that
match.
length for him, he was
does.
able to
He's a little
use that
scrappy,
leverage.
isn't
I
he?
love it, man. That
Yeah.
was awesome.
He's a little scrappy there. LeBron Derry is what I got here. So if we got a 160, do we have a 160?
We don't. I've got 2 listed at 170.
Okay,
So I don't know
170.
who it's going to be. I'm guessing the one that has his GPA and his major listed.
So this is interesting. This is cool. And the last name is again
Huskins.
Okay.
Cody Huskins.
So let me give you some background here.
Okay.
So obviously Coach Kate, is MMA, right? So this young man's father is an MMA fighter as well, and he is trained by Coach Kate. So he goes in there and he gets Coach Kate ready for matches, and he works out with Coach Kate all the time. And actually, we've got people, I don't know if you guys know David Beats. He works here at OOT as well. He gets trained by this guy's dad. So it just kind of trickles down. Yeah, so MMA in East Tennessee.
We do know David. He's, back in the day when we were kids, when I was a kid, my dad would get a new wireless router, and he would call David and have him come to the house
every time.
Yeah, set him up. David's great at this, but I'll tell you what, that's another one. We'll throw him in there with Kate and Gary, and I'm gonna commentate the whole thing. I think this is where I'm best at. I don't want to mess with him either. But yeah, now this young man, he is very, very smart. Wants to be a chemical engineer, I believe. Go on. I don't know exactly what grade he's in. He's probably either a junior or a senior, I think. I watched him last night. I was reviewing the tape from last night, and he's really come a long ways. So now, if I'm not mistaken, he's wrestling. Did you say this was 70?
Yeah, 170.
Connor Bayard. Connor's a junior, and this is his 2nd year wrestling. He's from Lake City. He went undefeated at the Battle of the Bull Ring last weekend, 4-0. He will continue to win more as he works on his skill. And they expect great things out of this guy. So, again, I don't think there's any score established yet.
No, nothing yet.
Okay. So this will be good.
They're scrapping over there.
They are. They're getting ready to go
This
at
is
it.
fun to watch.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
they're not. I hadn't really seen him take too many
Shots, yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't taken a shot yet.
From watching this guy from Powell
There he
last
goes.
night and watching him now, he's improved so much. Just his confidence in the way that he moves. There's 2 points there that he's going to get. With the takedown, he's trying to extend the body. You can see those knees coming up the ground. He's going to work on that head, try to turn. Now, your AC guy can't keep his elbows in there the whole time. Really needs to try to build up to his base. He's got to get those knees down. Again, get that wrist control. I can't say it enough.
Isn't that a little close to the
No,
throat area?
it's close. It's called a Turk. It looked like it was going to be the beginning of a Turk. It is legal, actually. So it can become illegal. But again, he's just wearing this guy down.
So if you call a chokehold a different name, you're okay.
Exactly.
It's not a choke, it's a Turk.
Yeah,
It's a Turk.
A Turk means legal. Choke is illegal. So it looks like he was getting ready to start one. It was. It's a great move.
This guy from Powell's tough.
He's tough.
Man.
He is.
But
And like
still
I said,
only 2 points. I mean, this guy from Anderson County's holding his
Oh,
own.
absolutely he is. And from talking to him, they said that this guy's going to be a stud. He's young and he soaks it up like a sponge. I'll tell you what, they don't put too many guys out there that aren't strong wrestlers. They do a great job, and they got some great kids. I can't say enough great things about them. I really can't.
So it is 4-0 for Powell. He did get 2 points there at the end of the round, or end of the period. And now they started neutral once again. And so
that guy should hit an ankle pick right there. I tell you what, you see him walking back on those ankles. That all day long. You could take that head to that ankle and take him off the mat. Both of them are still trying to establish there. That's not really.
So it's a 4 points. How did he get the other 2 points?
He was given 2 points there at the end. I think it was
Okay.
for a takedown or for something.
See, he's got his arms in there. He wants to get up, build that base, either mat awareness, know where you're out in the mat, try to work off that. You got to be careful of not fleeing the mat or stalling. But really, he can't afford to stay down there too much longer. He wants to really get up off his base. Doesn't want that turn there. He's still in bounds, so he's getting those back points. He's probably got 2 or 3 back points with that.
He
I
got
imagine.
6.
Yeah, so that's
So he got
2
2
more.
points.
Yeah, so don't let that edge of the mat fool you. You're still in bounds until they blow that whistle. So again, hopefully we'll see that wrist control. I don't know. A lot of guys just, it's not their first move. I used to always teach that you just got to go to that wrist no matter what, because can't do anything without that separation. There you go, that separation right there. Open it up. Stay off that knee, yeah.
Want to go down to that knee because then they're able to.
You can. What you want to do is get that wrist so that I can open up those wrists and expose myself, so I can hip my heist my hip out,
Right.
and create that barrier, that distance, and then turn to go back in.
So
I love down position. Yeah, I don't do a
penalty
lot of
there.
Anderson County got a point.
I think it was a penalty.
Locked.
I think
They
he
said
locked
locked
his
locking hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't lock unless it's a pinning combination. So, and again, if you're circling the head, you also have to have the elbow. You can't just circle the head with a headlock without the elbow. So
So it seems to me like when the guy's on the bottom and he tries to stand up quickly and whatnot, that's kind of the right move. But they kind of do it out of control a lot of times.
they're doing it without wrist control, and that's why they're not being successful at it.
Yeah.
You got to have that wrist control, in my opinion. If you're looking to do that stand up, you can't separate it.
I mean, he didn't have balance. It looked like when he first came up.
Yeah, you can hit the knee. You can stand up. There's a pin there. Yeah, but you really got to have that wrist control, and a lot of it's just experience. These guys roll around. They try to reach back, or they make some mistakes. But as they do that, they learn, and these coaches are correcting them. So I guarantee you that Sloan's not teaching them to do that.
Wow. So we'd like to welcome everyone once again watching here at ACTV. We got ACTV Sports bringing you the duels here. And we were just shown a I'll call it a flash card. It was really kind of a flash plate. But we got people watching in 7 different states. So welcome. Thank you all so much for watching. We're here to, just try to promote this great sport of wrestling, especially here in the East Tennessee area as it is growing. The duel tonight is taking place at Anderson County High School, and involved with that is going to be Anderson County and Clinton, along with Powell and Karns out of Knoxville. So we'd like to really say thank you for everyone watching. The quick pin there by Anderson County.
I wonder if that's 195.
I didn't even get through my introduction before he pinned him on that one. That was a good one.
It looks a little small for 195.
I think the Powell guy must have wrestled up because he doesn't look
Because
even
Cody Huskins.
I don't know what weight that is.
Maybe
I'll tell you what. I know
182.
Stone when Stone comes out, so that'll be obvious. This is not Stone. Stone is.
Maybe it was 182. Maybe
It
the
could've been.
Brody Huskins may have, or Adian Hunter, I don't know which one, may have gone up to 182. So this looks like that's Man. If this is 195, we've got Man and
Kyle Buckner. If this is that, then Kyle Buckner's a freshman.
I remember this wrestler from Powell from last year.
I do too.
This is if this is Kyle, this is a third-year wrestler, and no relation to the other Buckner, Cole.
What about Billy?
Billy, I don't know.
Billy Buckner, he
I don't
let
know
the ball
Billy.
go between his legs in the 86 World Series. Sorry, I'm a Red Sox fan.
That's a while ago. So. They say he's a really smart wrestler who listens well. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
anxious to watch this. So, yeah, this hopefully looks pretty scrappy.
You're right, it was a while ago, but Lee was 4, so.
Oh, okay.
No, I wasn't. Didn't happen after November.
Oh, okay.
I was 3.
So again, we're wrestling here. What I'd like to do here, if I was AC, obviously being from an Anderson County guy, I want to grab those wrists and work angles. I don't want to go in directly underneath. I want to work an angle to the right, angle to the left. I like getting on the neck and the head. I like duck unders and stuff like that.
This Powell wrestler is solid, though.
He is solid. He is solid, and that's the type of guy, all the more reason to work from angles. You know, work those single legs. Not a big double leg guy, especially with somebody like that.
Somebody that size.
Yeah, well, just he looks pretty stout, and I don't want to get under there and expend more energy than I have to. You need to wrestle smart, and that's.
Well, he currently looks like his strategy is just to kind of overpower the other wrestler.
Yeah, well, he's got that takedown. So he's looking to turn. Again, AC wants to establish that base. Looks like, I don't know what happened there. Oh, full Nelson 1 point. So again, you don't have to lock hands, just coming underneath.
If you
that
just have
elbow.
both hands
Just
underneath.
coming out those
yeah.
elbows, yep, absolutely. So let's see if we go to wrist control here, or he might do a reversal, but let's see what our first move is.
So I've seen them different ways starting out on top.
That's a caution. First of all, he's kind of leaning on the AC wrestler, which you don't want to do, but you got to make sure you line up right on the navel and on the elbow.
Well, he didn't go for the wrist. He tried to turn into him, it looks like. Is that just a different style of reversal? Or?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess he's looking for a reversal. Again, I guess I'm kind of a stand-up guy, kind of a hammer. When you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail, I guess.
That was
so that's
reversal.
kind of the way I
That'll
look
count
at
as a
it.
reversal.
Yeah.
It is.
Good job, Jerry.
It'd be 3-2.
Look at that. I
Hey,
saw him
I'm
put the
watching,
points
man.
up. I love it, man. I'm proud of you.
That's short time too. He got that right at the end. So going into second period, 3-2.
These guys are wore out.
Listen, you're gonna start to see some fatigue here, and this is the difference. This is the difference between good wrestlers and great wrestlers. Is to be in shape. And what you're gonna see, you can have a wrestler beating a kid by 10 points. He runs out of that gas, so I might have asthma here. It might have something going on. But there's no timeouts in
I
wrestling.
think he may have blood in his mouth or something.
I think he was looking for an inhaler. Because
So-
blood, they stop.
Right. He's
They don't
retying his
stop for an
shoe.
inhaler, yeah.
He's doing anything
he's
that he
getting
can to get a little bit of air in.
You know.
So let me ask you this,
I'm not saying
Coach.
it's gamesmanship. I'm just saying it was a great time for him to tie his shoe.
The play was about to start and he fell down on the ground, if this was the NFL, right?
Yeah, it's like a sniper.
Yeah.
You've seen him like start to run off the field. And all of
I
a sudden they just
imagine this
fall.
guy from Powell probably goes out and pins pretty quick, and he's probably not.
He's not used to
Not
having-
used to going. Yeah. See, he's now starting to reach back. You don't want to do that. You never want to reach back. Your guy from AC's in shape, and he's just taking it down. Now he can't keep that leg there forever. He's got to let that
Good.
go. Okay. So now there he goes
So-
with his half. Here we go. You're going to see this, guys. He's got a power half. He's walking towards the head. Stay off your knees. As he does that, he's going to turn. Once he turns, your guy's going to be looking for air. So he's fighting it the best he can. He's got a power half right there, and as he takes
Look
those
at that
big
guy.
steps towards the head, big steps towards the head. He's going to turn. He's going to turn. He's going to turn. There it is. There it is. Chest to chest, perpendicular, off your knees. Off your knees. He's sitting. And this is going to be it, guys. This is
He rolled.
But see, you're not building that base. I think he's a little worn out. So
you were talking about not having the leg trapped up against him. Like, is there a time, or is it just kind of like a feel by the referee?
There is. If you wouldn't ask me, I've been able to tell you it's several seconds. You know, you gotta let that leg go. Like I said, I've been out of it for about 2-3 years. I don't know what's changed and what hasn't. But
so for those that are just tuning in or haven't watched us, just getting here to tune into what we have going on tonight. Explain the scoring again for those that are just tuning in.
The match or the team or what kind of?
All of the.
We'll start in the match and then we can go to.
Yeah, absolutely. What you're looking to do is when they start off on their feet, you're looking to get a takedown, and a takedown is where you're establishing control of that other individual on the mat. You can get a point for an escape. That's where you break away from a takedown. You can get a reversal. He's got him on his back here for a second, guys. Again, he's holding him out. I give this guy from Powell a lot of credit. He's pretty strong.
There's the pin.
There it is.
There's your pin. Yep. There's your pin.
Because we're talking about points. For a pin like that, it is 6 points. So Anderson County gets 6 points for that match.
Yeah, they needed that. That was a pretty tough guy from Powell. So
I don't think he was used to going that deep into a match. I mean, it's not like it was like full 3 and into overtime. It was just like, just out of the first period into the second.
Yep.
So this would be 220.
I don't know if this is Stone or if this is Carson. Let me see. Ooh,
Carson is over there on the.
yeah, it's Stone.
It's Stone.
It's Stone. And this is Caleb Johnson for Powell.
Yeah, Stone's probably one of their best wrestlers. He's been wrestling for 6 years. 2-time region champ, 3rd place finisher last year. Yeah, he got 3rd last year. 2021 Maryville champ, 21 Vendetti Richardson Brawl champ, all-state football player.
We've called a lot of his football games, so
yeah.
We're familiar with him now. Here comes the big guys. This is 285. Reese Ford
and Jaden Bullock.
Reese Ford and Jaden Bullock. Reese from Powell, Jaden from
AC, I believe if that's him. Yeah, he's been wrestling for a while too.
He's a tall guy.
He is. He's a sophomore. This is his 2nd year. He's a big football player. He has potential to be really good this year. So just big and nasty streak with him. He went 3-1 last week at the Battle of the Bull Ring. So I don't know if that's an in-house or a tournament that they go to. I'm not familiar with Battle of the Bull Ring. So. He's you can look. He's a grappler. This guy's ready to throw. He's got great hip position. He's moving in there. Listen, I'm telling you what. You can see the guy from Powell that's putting his butt back. That's exactly what you should be doing. He cannot throw him unless his hips get lower than Powell's. So when Powell drops his butt like that, it prevents him from being able to lateral drop.
There's just no way to get the leverage.
It's just physics. There's no way to be able to do it. So that's what you get. So this guy from Powell knows what he's doing. Okay, there's your takedown. That's 2.
There's 2.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, if this guy gets you rolled over, I think it's going to be good night, Irene. I really do. There you go. They would call that the butcher right there, or a quasi butcher. He's let that go. He's going to pull it in. He wants to put his chest.
Oh, there you go.
Chest up there. He's encircle the arm.
He got him.
Encircle the arm. There you go. This he didn't waste any time on those pins tonight.
Man.
This guy calls him.
He's done a great job, and a great job by the referee. He has done an excellent job tonight, and I believe that's going to end the duel between Anderson County and Wait, the little guy's putting a headgear on.
I think they started with 112 or with 113.
Okay.
So this is probably 106, and I don't know if Powell has a 106. So this is probably a forfeit.
That's a 6-pointer.
Yeah, it'd be great if we could get Coach Sloan and maybe Coach Holmes.
He will be Coach Sloan.
Sloan right now. We'll probably get Holmes after another one. Whenever Anderson County may have a back-to-back or a little bit better time there. So, but we're Jared. Man, tell us about what you've seen so far. I mean, this has just been so much fun to watch.
Well, I mean, it kind of just built on what we witnessed last year. It's just an exciting brand that Anderson County has brought here. It wasn't too long ago that I was in high school, and
it's been a lot longer than you think.
That's enough. It's been a few years, but wrestling came shortly after I was here, and it's something that they've done a good job of bringing here to the community, and I think it's just another avenue for student athletes to have a well-rounded education. So,
and it looks like we see Karns starting to warm up a little bit, running around the mat. I think we're going to have another interview. Oh, speaking of which, we are joined now live by the by Coach Sloan of Anderson County. Matt, good to see you. How's everything going with the program right now?
Good. We're, everybody's having their issues with, with shutdowns and, kids getting sick or kids getting contact traced. But past couple weeks, we've been pretty healthy and had pretty much everybody in the room. So it's been good.
Well, congratulations on that dual victory against Powell. Man, I tell you what, watching Stone wrestle and then let's see here, Jaden Bullock there at the end, those two, man, those were fun, Matt. They were quicker, but man, they've got some experience, and it looks like, and they've really they've got technique down. Tell us a little bit about those two wrestlers specifically, and we'll move on to some of the others.
Yeah, Stone, he's the anchor. He's the heartbeat. He gets everybody working hard in practice. If somebody's slacking, not doing what they're supposed to do in practice, we make them drill with Stone. So that kind of gets them back. But he's been doing it a long time. I think maybe since 6th grade. He's worked so hard in the weight room and worked so hard in the wrestling room, and he spent a lot of time with me one-on-one on the mat. He's taken some years off my life, actually. I don't appreciate that part of it, but I do appreciate the way he's worked at it. And he's just an incredible wrestler, athlete, you name it. And Jaden has just come a long, long way from last year. He just started as a freshman. Last year was his first year.
Right.
And, getting to wrestle Stone in the room every day, he's not real happy about that while it's going on. But
it makes these matches easier, though, whenever you don't
it makes it much better out there. So, yeah.
So why don't you take just a second? Let's not.
This is Jared. So,
hey,
how are you? Just let's take 1 second, talk about the feeder programs that you guys have established in the community to kind of help feed your program and allow kids to learn the basics. And I know that Coach Terry, we interviewed him a few minutes ago, and he was telling us that you have some female athletes that are coming along that are wanting to get involved in high school wrestling.
Yeah.
And what does that kind of look like for you guys going down the road?
Well, I can't say enough about the job that Coach Baldwin has done with our middle school and our youth. They were behind the 8 ball a little bit this year with all the COVID stuff going on, but he's still been able to find a way to at least get in there and practice a little bit. And he's got decent numbers out. Of course, they're not what they have been, but he just, it's the number one most important thing for the growth of our program, and Coach Baldwin's really excelled at it. And as far as the girls go, his daughter, as a matter of fact, is a 2-time state champ and would have been a 3-time state champ in the middle school if they hadn't canceled the tournament because of COVID last year at the end of the season. So she's definitely one we're looking forward to having come. And, we had a girl on the team this year that had wrestled for Coach Baldwin, but it was really just her, and she couldn't really find anybody to partner with, to wrestle with. But we're really going to advertise and push this thing next year, and I want to get quite a few girls out and build that side of the program too. It's really important for our sport. It makes the sport grow, and I'm looking forward to excelling on that side of it too.
That's awesome. Hey, Coach, this is Coach Snyder. Congratulations on the win. This is the first time I got to see you guys tonight. You guys look very, very methodical on the mat. You guys are very, very just matter of fact. And most important, the thing that I saw is you guys are in great shape. Can see you guys out there wrestling. That's something that you control. I understand there's no excuse not to be in great shape, but I really got to applaud you that you guys are just, it's kind of like they just go to work and they just kind of fundamentally take the other guy apart piece by piece. And you can see the way that they're thinking, the way that they move, but most importantly, they're just in fantastic shape.
Yeah, I would give a ton of credit to Coach Holmes.
Yeah.
Coach Tate Holmes for that. He, that's something he would always talk about happen at Reinhardt is they push in the room. And he's brought that kind of culture, I think, with him. And we've been I feel like we're in better shape this year as a team than we have been since I've been here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a testament to you, Coach. You do an amazing job, and I can see the difference from one year to the next. I can see what these guys are doing. Do you think it's possible? I know he's a man of few words, but do you think later on we might be able to get Tate to say a word or two to us?
Absolutely.
I'd love to see him. I'd love to rouse him a little bit. So.
Hey, you're the boss, right? You're the boss, right?
Hey,
I mean, like they say, I mean, if Jared and I can't get somebody to start talking and open up and start talking, it just can't happen. So, yeah, we look forward to getting in touch with him. Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you've got a wrestler that's going to step in next. Who's coming up? Is it Stone?
Stone.
All right,
Stone's first.
Let's go ahead and talk to Stone. And, Matt, congratulations, and we look forward to talking to you later. Okay, bud?
All right. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks, bud. All right, as we get Stone Hatmaker, great interview there with Matt. And like I said, such a quality guy leading this program. And stepping up to the microphone right now, we've got the leader of Anderson County's wrestling team, leader on the football field, Stone. It's so nice to see you. Jared and I have been calling your football games for a while. We've been able to see you last year at the wrestling event. We're doing this wrestling event now. Just talk to us a little bit about that, how it is to promote this wrestling, promote wrestling at Anderson County and really build the program.
Oh, I love what y'all are doing. It's awesome. It's exciting to get to be on TV, not just for football, but for wrestling, and it gets more people excited because they get to be on TV. Wrestling usually don't get a lot of love, but when it does, it's exciting. And
man, we love it.
That's awesome.
We do. It's our favorite thing that we've ever done. Like, we've done a lot of football and basketball games, but these wrestling events, it's something that, that we really look forward to. So you've had a really good season so far, going into it. How are you looking going into the state? What are you looking forward to?
What are your goals?
What are your goals, that are still achievable? Where are you headed right now this season?
The only goal is to win state.
There you go.
That's what matters. It don't, second place, third place, that's cool, but winning's what matters, So as of right now, I'm going to bump up to heavyweight and wrestle heavyweight at state.
Oh, are you okay?
And yes, sir. And from what I'm aware of, state is going to be a one-day tournament instead of 3 days. So it's going to be a 16-man bracket, and you lose, you're done for best you can get third. So it's going to be a lot shorter, so it's going to be a lot harder this year, but it's still state.
So what's your thinking behind bumping up in weight class?
All the college coaches that want me to come play football, they want me to come play fullback at around 230, 235. And right now I'm around 220, 225. And I'm trying to gain weight right now.
So just trying to get that weight up to the two.
Yes, sir.
The sad part is all the buffets are closed. I mean, that's that's the sad part.
Hey, Stone. This is Eric Snyder. I just had a question for you. You've been involved, I believe. This is your 6th year in wrestling? Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What would you say to somebody that might be interested in this? They're watching tonight. They think, hey, listen, I'm not a really big guy. I weigh about 125 pounds. This is something I might be interested in, but I'm not sure if it's for me. What would you say with somebody that's never come out? What has it done for you? What has it provided for you? And what about maybe somebody that's interested in sport? What would you do to encourage them to come out?
The most important thing I'd say is it's a process. You don't come out and be a hammer day one.
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate that I've been doing it a long time and I've grown a lot in it. But my first 2 years at least, I took beatings daily.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
And I'd come home and want to quit, and my nose hurt, and I'd be done. I didn't no more.
Yeah.
And then, but it teaches you about just pushing through, just being able to handle stuff that when it's not going your way, you still got to fight through and make a difference and push through it. That's something Coach Stone talks about. There's a quote by a guy, and when he gets tired, he goes and watches Stone Coach.
Yeah.
And it's this guy, he'll strike a stone 100 times and nothing will happen. Then that 101st one, it'll break.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it wasn't the 101st one, it was the 100 before.
Sure.
And you just gotta keep pushing. There's gotta be a time that you're just willing to take through the lumps to get to where you want to be.
Well, I appreciate that, and congratulations. I'm really excited to watch you wrestle here at State, and I wish you the best of luck. And like I'll reiterate that anybody can wrestle. It doesn't matter whether you're a big guy or a small guy. You could be a freshman, you could be a senior, you could be a girl, you could be a boy. It's really we got something for you. So we just want to build the sport and hopefully grow it in East Tennessee and grow it at Anderson County.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy.
Hey, thank you so much, Stone. I really appreciate it,
sir.
and we'll catch up with you another time. But congratulations, man. Great job tonight.
Thank you, sir.
All right,
Thank you.
man. All right, and so it looks like we may have, one more wrestler stepping up. It looks like this is going to be at the 113 weight class, Lucas Pruitt. Lucas, you're a sophomore from Lake City. You've been wrestling 4 or 5 years. You were region champ last year at 106. You've moved up to 113. Tell me about your season so far and what you're really looking forward to as we get through the regions and into the state.
It's been an interesting season. We had a lot of practice, but no matches. Like where we would normally have had already like maybe 5 duels, large duels, we've only had a couple, and they've been way smaller than they normally would. But it's been interesting. I've lost once and won 4, and I'm hoping to take a couple more wins tonight. And looking forward, I'm definitely looking forward to state. I went the past 2 years, my 8th grade and my freshman year. I only placed my 8th grade year, and then my freshman year didn't go as well because high school was a lot harder than I was expecting it.
A lot harder than 8th grade, huh?
Oh, yeah.
So, we interviewed Coach Sloan just a few minutes ago, and he said to get you ready for state for the rest of the year, you're going to have to wrestle Stone in practice every day. What do you think about that?
That'd be interesting. Solid double my size.
Double my size.
No, man. But, no, great job. And now, did you actually get to wrestle in the first duel? Or was that
in the first duel we had, I think, or in this
tonight.
match that we just had?
Yeah, tonight.
No.
Okay. Well,
as soon as we go up, I will be there.
Good. I look forward to getting to see you wrestle. As you continue to grow, you're a sophomore. You got a few more years. But, man, I look forward to seeing this program, as it continues to expand. Give us a little something about maybe your assistant coach, Tate Holmes, something about Coach Holmes, about his coaching style or something about him.
Tate Holmes, he has a lot of technique that to coach and to draw from. I think Coach Holmes has definitely introduced him into the coaching realm instead of just wrestling itself. Mm-hmm. But Coach Sloan has definitely stepped back a lot and let Coach Tate kind of just teach us a lot he knows. And it was useful to have a smaller wrestler because Coach Sloan was, I think, a larger weight in high school. And Coach Holmes was at least 170 or below.
Okay.
So it was useful to have more input and a perspective from a smaller weight class.
That's awesome.
Hey, Lucas. This is my name's Eric Snyder, and I love to promote wrestling in this area too. I actually wrestled 112 pounds when I was in high school, my freshman, sophomore, and junior year. So I understand being that weight class and what it's like. Tell me what is this the only sport that you play?
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
I used to do when I was 3, and then did jiu-jitsu and grappling a lot.
Sure.
From my 5th grade to 8th grade year, and that got me a lot of good experience for wrestling. But wrestling by far my favorite sport.
Well, exactly. Tell me how that fits in, and what's your thoughts with that? Because being a 112, 113 pound guy, I was kind of small, but in wrestling, you're giving me another 112 pound guy, man, and letting me going at it. You can wrestle somebody your own weight. How do you? I mean, what does that bring to you, and what do you love about the sport? Being a guy and still being kind of on the lower end, but still being able to dominate. What's that mean to you? What do you love about the sport?
What I love about the sport mainly is where in grappling, I kind of just got bored with it after a while because it was never really as intense and as in the moment as wrestling was. And my parents actually forced me to get into wrestling, and then I did not want to do it. But 6th grade year, they made me just try it out, and I love it because it's more intense, it's a lot harder, it's a lot more physically demanding, and it keeps you in shape way more. So it helps.
Yeah. Who do you usually spar with in practice?
Shoot.
Tucker or Gabe or?
Yeah, Tucker, Gabe, Vandal, Chris, a lot of
Stone.
people. Scotty, some.
Scotty?
Never Stone. Never Stone.
You're going all the way up to Scotty, huh? Who wins between you and Scotty?
Well, normally me. It's his first year.
You got the
He's
technique
145 pounds. He's a bigger boy. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, congratulations. Good luck tonight, and good luck this season at State.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Lucas, thank you so much. We'll talk to you later, man. You have a great one, and good luck on your matches tonight.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks, bud. So we are in the middle of the duel right now between Karns and Powell. I don't know what the score is. We've been doing interviews, talking to, some great student athletes, some coaches, and it's been it's been an awesome time. Great way to promote wrestling here at the high school level. In East Tennessee. So, but we do have Powell and Karns right now. It looks like Karns is up in this match 8-3, and that was the end of the match, or 8-2. So that would be the smaller. Is that what, as far as the points wise, would that be the 3-point? It was 8-2.
Oh yeah, it was Then, let's see, that is 6. Yeah, I believe that's a minor decision.
Minor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wonder if we could find out who's winning the overall score.
I'm guessing Karns, because they've had a lot more wrestlers. They've had
Karns has, because I thought that
Powell's had to forfeit.
they have, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Be interested to see if that one wrestler for Karns makes it back to the mat that was injured in that first.
I don't think he's coming back. I don't see him sitting over there with the team or anything like that. He may had to go get checked out somewhere. If it's a knee issue, and hopefully he's all right, and hopefully it's nothing too serious. But this is 145.
145 for Powell is Xander Keith.
Okay.
And then we're looking at what, Karns?
Karns, yes. And that's going to be Ricky McCollum, first-year wrestler, sophomore.
Now, Ricky, if I'm not mistaken, in his first match had a pretty good match in his first match.
He loves a fireman's carry, which is honestly, for a first-year wrestler, is a pretty technical move. From his feet, I'll show you that when he gets up there. It's probably a really technical move for a first-year wrestler, in my opinion. But we'll see if he gets
He's
his way
trying
back
to
up
avoid
there.
to get pinned right now.
Yeah.
Powell's wrestler really is laying the.
He's pretty solid.
Yeah, he's laying that weight
really
right
needs to
across
work
his
his
shoulders.
Yeah.
He can't get those hips up
That's a pin.
to turn. Yep, there's the pin.
We hopefully can talk to Coach Finley or Coach Neely after this. And,
So when you're in that situation like that, what's the goal when you're on the bottom? Like, what are some things that you can do that they should be working to do to get out?
well, first of all,
Not
the
getting that position.
minutes go to hours when you're in that position. There's nothing longer in the world than being on your back with a headlock or head and arm or something like that. Really, it's about weight. It's about knowing where your opponent is, whether you can roll him over. Obviously, you want to try to swim down and get your belly to the mat, so you want to swim through maybe a headlock that he has. Bridge off the top of your head, obviously. Anything but put your shoulders on my mat. That's actually probably my only claim to fame, is that I've never been pinned in a match before, and I've been that's probably more luck than anything. But
So that's why he doesn't want to wrestle
Yeah,
Hollywood.
he doesn't want to get.
that's
why he doesn't want to wrestle Hollywood.
It's scary.
So this looks like the 220. So for Karns, that's going to be Zach Gassler. And then for Powell, that's going to be Caleb Johnson. And they're out of the mat, so they will bring them back to the center.
Bring him back.
Now, Caleb, I want to say Caleb has wrestled for a little bit. Let me see. And that's from Powell.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he looks familiar. He looks like he's been around for a while. Again, we're in the parterre position, referee's position. He's doing an optional start, so he's letting him up. He wants to wrestle on his feet, so he's not going to stay on the top there. So he gave him that 1 point. So he let him go.
So it does give him a point.
Give him the point, yeah. But
okay.
he's already got that takedown. He feels good on his feet. He's going to let him go again, give him another point. He's just going to systematically take him down and let him up because
2-1.
Well, he feels a lot stronger. Yeah, it's 2-1. But he just feels a lot stronger on his feet. So maybe he doesn't like to. Maybe he doesn't like to ride top. Maybe he doesn't like to be on the bottom. got him. So he can, every time he takes him down, he's getting 2 and 1 for letting him up. So a lot of times you'll see this too with people that are just trying to get that experience or like to do technical falls, maybe not as much pins. They just systematically score and get that buffer. He's got a 4-point lead right now, feels comfortable with that. So even if there is a turn or something crazy happens, he's still going to be in good position. He's in good position here. Again, he got off, was going to go on the side. Could have done a near side cradle. Near side cradle. He looks pretty good here. He's got the leg pulled up. Is he waving?
He was waving
at the camera.
He waved at the camera. Oh, gee whiz. He waved at the camera. Ooh. So he's destined for wrestling.
I guess. Obviously feels more comfortable than I thought he did. Yeah, he feels really
man. He was on top. He looks up at the camera and
he knew once he got on top, he knew it was over.
Yeah,
he knew it was over.
That's what it was.
And that's Karns, Zach Gassler. So.
What do we know about him? Is there any notes on him?
No, I don't have.
Hey, first-year wrestler, sophomore. He was recruited from PE class. Father serves in the U.S. Army. So
all right.
that's what
you,
it
sir,
says
for your
right there.
service. Maybe they can share this and he can watch it if he's stationed somewhere else. That'd be awesome. He was just waving to his dad.
That's what it was. I'm sure his dad's watching online.
If not, once he finds out that it's recorded and it is online, they'll be looking it up.
Absolutely.
So. And
we're on Facebook Live, aren't we, tonight?
Yep. And this will also be available at ACTV at our website, so you can go there and you can watch it. From there.
AndersonCounty.tv, right?
AndersonCounty.tv.
And guys, I'll tell you what, this is a setup here, isn't it? I mean, we're so fortunate to have this studio.
If you saw where we started doing the football games, and it was me and Andy, and it was 2 cameras, 1 microphone.
I think I joined you like game 3.
I had a couple different guys in between there, but this is everything.
Yeah,
My goodness.
Awesome. Yeah.
How many years have we been doing this? I don't know. Maybe 8 years?
I don't know. I've been doing it for a while. But it's been
maybe
about 8 years.
Is that about right? And we've come a long way.
And just doing these other sports besides basketball and football is just fantastic.
We're still holding out for a baseball
that's what I was going to
game.
ask you, Lee. Do you think we can turn this into a golfing gig? Do you think we might be able to go out? Maybe we could even take a trip maybe to Hilton Head and do something like that? I mean, I know we got a little budget here. Is that something?
We'll have to talk
I
to
think
Ryan
we can talk golf
about
all day
I think
long.
Ryan's rolling his eyes. He's like,
I think we can do golf all day long.
I mean, just be prepared. If we ever do golf, I'm breaking out a lot of Caddyshack references.
We might be able,
Happy Gilmore.
we might be able to go to La Follette and play the country club.
Cinderella story.
Yeah, Cinderella story.
We might be able to go to La Follette and play the
Centennial?
country
Is
club.
that what you're thinking? Listen, I'll start anywhere.
There's a pin right there from Powell. So Powell got him
Dallas
down.
gives us the thumbs up on golf. I guess that's...
He can carry your bag.
Yeah.
All right, and if I'm not mistaken, that's going to end this one.
Well, I think we got to, let's see if they go through up, because usually if you start at 106 and the next match will start at 113.
Oh, no, here comes the heavyweights.
285. So I'm loving the Powell wrestler. I'm liking his hairdo.
Which one?
Look at that.
The mullet?
Yeah.
Is that a mullet coming out there?
I mean, that's awesome.
All right, so it looks like I have been told that we are going to get Powell's head coach.
That's awesome.
After this one, so it'd be great. And maybe discuss with him a little bit how he's seen wrestling grow, especially in this area. Because I remember in high school, the only programs I really remember having wrestling was Powell and Halls.
Halls was great.
Maryville had some, I think, out, during that time.
Whoa, look at that.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a nice, these guys they're going at it here. You get some of these bigger guys throwing like that.
They wrestling like they won 13.
They are wrestling like 113.
So this is Logan Ewing for Karns. He's the gorilla that they call him.
For Karns?
Yeah. And
They both
Powell's
look like
Reese
gorillas to me
Ford.
right now. I wouldn't want to tangle with either one of them. Oh, here we go. He's going to. There's the pin.
Oh,
The gorilla
I thought
pulls away.
if he'd have given him a half a second longer, he was getting out.
Yeah. That's and we still got people that wrestled for Halls. Chris Vandergriff is a legend in the state.
Right.
He does a lot of communication. He actually won state, I believe, for Halls, and his son won state as well years ago. He's still around involved in the sport. So
now we're going back down. Looks like we got a forfeit.
Yeah, so I think you'll probably end at 120 or 126 with this. So that's your 106, it looks like.
He's excited about his win.
Hey, any win, it doesn't matter. Every win, it's great.
W's a W. And is that it?
Let's see.
I think that's it for this one. You see the scores get up from the table.
And that's going to be it for that duel. So I'm guessing Powell won that one.
I'm not sure.
I'm not
We
sure.
can ask when we get Coach from Powell over here.
I just love asking the coach right after they walk off. Hey,
Yeah.
did you all win?
Yeah.
No? Awesome. So they're not having a scoreboard? Oh, wow. So thank you, Ryan. Ryan just let us know that they're
Gotcha.
not having a scoreboard up on the wall to avoid having
Total points.
another
But
person.
You can have match points. You can see those on the screen.
So it looks like we've got Powell's coach coming over.
Coach Larry Neely.
Neely.
Yes.
Let's see if he has a seat with us.
He's getting there. He's getting there. Give him a minute. It's pretty awesome. He's been doing this for 42 years.
I believe
and
42. Yeah, you'll have to ask him. So he's a legend.
I think he'll referee that match I've been promoting.
Navy.
Oh, here you go. Coach Neely, can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, sir. Welcome to ACTV. Hopefully you're enjoying your time there at Anderson County High School. Tell us a little bit. We can't see the actual score up there, so do you know what the final score of that match was?
45 to 20. 24.
Okay, 45 to 24. So, I'm here with Coach Eric Snyder. He said that you've been doing wrestling here in East Tennessee. You've been a head wrestling coach at least for a long time. Can you tell us a little bit how you've seen the sport grow here in East Tennessee?
Well, when I was wrestling high school, there was only 3 teams in Knoxville that had wrestling. It was Carter, Halls, and Beard.
Okay.
And I started officiating in 1977, and I was going to school at East Tennessee State University, and I was the only official in the Johnson City area. We had one official in the Kingsport area, one official in Greenville, so officials were very hard to come by. If something happened that we had more than 4 matches in the Tri-City area, there's no officials.
Well, that's that, and so I'm sure you've seen it grow a great deal, and so I'm going to pass you over here just real quick to Coach Snyder, Eric Snyder, and I think he's got some stuff for you.
Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Good. It's fantastic seeing you out there, Coach. I hope you stay with us about another 10 more years. I'll tell you what, you're a legend in East Tennessee. Hey, I want to ask you real quick, one of your wrestlers I've been following, Cody Huskins, how's he developing this year? He looks like he's grown a lot from last year as far as his technique and what he's able to do on the mat.
But he had an injury early. I think only his 4th match.
Yeah.
But he's 4-0 with those, and then other kid I have is Xander Key. He's 10-1. So,
okay.
They both have had a good year.
Yeah, they look really good, Coach. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm impressed, always am, and I love talking to you, and I love that you're around the sport. I wish you good luck for the rest of the meet, and good luck at state this year, Coach. If there's anything we can do to help promote Karns and Powell and Anderson County and Clinton, wrestling in East Tennessee, you let us know. But good luck to you for the rest of the year, okay?
All right, appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. And it looks like we do have Anderson County and Karns going on right now, but I think we have one more wrestler we're going to interview.
2 more.
All right, so, but Anderson County Karns wrestling right now, score is 0-0. And with us now, is this Xander?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Xander. My name is Lee with ACTV. Thank you so much for stopping by and doing a quick interview with us. We were talking to Coach Neely. He said you're 10-1 on the season. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about your season, how everything's gone so far.
everything is going great so far. My senior year is my best year. I'm hoping to go far in state this year.
That's awesome. So you're wrestling at what?
145.
145. Okay. How long have you been at that weight class? Is it something that's changed as you've gotten older, or has that kind of been where you've been at, while you've been wrestling?
I've been wrestling for 3 years, and my first 2 years I wrestled 132 pounds, and this year I stepped up to 145.
145.
Hey, Lee, let me tell you something about 145-pound wrestlers. This is great.
Okay.
Hey, this is Eric Snyder, and I'm a big wrestling supporter here in Anderson County. Your 145-pounders, they're scrappy because they're just in that middle weight class. They're not tiny, they're not big, and they're usually just meant for wrestling. And that's all they do is they eat nails, and they're just. I mean, those are usually your 145. Back when I was in the day, it was 152, maybe 160s. Those guys are bred to be wrestlers. So you get some scrappy matches in there and go at it, and you got to be able to hold your own at that weight class, don't you?
Of course, yes, sir.
Yeah. So tell me, somebody out there that's that maybe hasn't played a sport before, might be around 140, 150 pounds. What would you say to encourage them to come out for wrestling? What does wrestling provide to you that you don't get other places?
Wrestling, for me, it keeps me in great shape throughout the year. It's hard work. You have to maintain a certain weight. You get cut up. You work out muscles you never worked out before. If you ever want to stay in shape, it's a great place to get close with your team. It's just a great sport.
Yeah. Do you think that you have ever been in shape like you're in wrestling shape?
Oh, no. I've been in the best shape of my life when I started wrestling. All my body went away.
Yeah,
I swear.
yeah, and you can tell a difference. I'll tell you what, you don't want to be out of shape when you're wrestling because you can. They asked me a little bit ago, what's it like when you're on your back with somebody's got a head and an arm? And I said it takes minutes and it makes them feel like hours. I said there's nothing more longer in your entire world than being on your back there in wrestling and how to get out of it. But hey, we wish you the best of luck. Good luck at state this year. I'm excited to watch you wrestle. You're exciting to wrestle, and hopefully you do real well here at this duel. So
thank you, sir. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Thank you, Xander. And we got one more coming up.
While he gets on the screen, just a quick update. We've got Anderson County and Karns wrestling right now. Karns is in the lead in this match, 3-0.
And it's in second period. So, all right. And stepping up to the microphone right now, we've got another great, high school athletes here, student athlete. Brody is that Huskins? Huskins. So, Brody, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been wrestling, and your record, those type of things going into it? Okay.
I wrestled a whole night. Not too much. And I started getting into wrestling ever since like my first match. I mostly just did mainly jiu-jitsu things. But this year it's been different because Neely, this is his last year. He's kind of let me run the team and coach. And so it's a big challenge. I'm not so much focused on myself this year. I'm more focused on the boys and how they're doing. So.
Speaking of one, we just had a great interview with somebody that did a little flexing as they walked away. Did you see some of that?
Yeah, good old
Xander.
So let me ask you a question. Was it you? Let's see here. One of the matches that just happened, as they got their opponent on their back. Was that Karns?
Yeah, that was Karns.
Yeah. Man, I thought it was this. Okay,
No.
My second question is, how are you repping a Unicoi County sweatshirt?
We won't talk about it. That's back home. I just had some clean and I threw it on. From the hometown too.
Okay.
Hey, Brody. Welcome. Couple things. I watched your match last year. We did this last year, and I was going over some notes from last year, and end up watching you. And I'll tell you what, you've grown a lot from last year. You look a lot more calm, in control, solid, methodical. Does it come across? Do you feel that way as well?
Yeah, well, I was talking back to Neely about me coaching. I've learned a lot. I'm not so much more focused on strength and stuff now. I try to be really technical.
Yeah.
And most of the kids, we went over a bunch of stuff the other day. I saw them working. And I was really focusing not so more on brute strength, but just good technique.
Yeah.
Knowing you most matches. So I still got wind for another 3 more.
Yeah, and this is cool. I don't know if everybody knows this, but You can pull your dad up on YouTube. He's kind of a local legend around here. And you want to talk about a beast, man. This guy is something else. Does he try to help you with him, or does he get out there and you just whip him all over the place, or how's that work? Do you actually teach him how to fight,
He's taught me mostly everything I know, and Josh from the Clean team. I owe everything to them and all I've picked up.
So have you wrestled Josh before? Have you went out there?
I wrestled him last night at class.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. So you went to class last night too. Good
Yes,
deal.
sir.
Good deal. Well, yeah, you can look your dad up on YouTube. He's got some great fights, and he's a beast out there. Well, I wish you good luck this year. And like I said, I can really see an improvement. I hope you do well. I wish you well. I'm very proud of you taking a leadership role. My last question I ask everybody: what's wrestling give you that you don't get other places? What's the sport do for you?
It really brings as a person, it just calms you down. You find a peace with it. That and fight, you just find a true peace with it. And also, it shows you how to work with other people, especially running the team. It really shows you how to interact with people. I know I got frustrated earlier in the match. I think it was the Karns match where my guys lost. But that's just part of it. That's working on me, too. I got mad that I immediately turned around. I'm like, hey, big dog, it's no big deal. I lifted him up. I was like, we'll get better for next match. Don't worry about it. So it's about uplifting other people and staying calm and peaceful to yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well said. Hey, good luck, and hopefully you guys get a run at state, and I wish you well.
That's all right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you, Brody. Thank you. And as we get back to some of the live wrestling action, we are at the 120-pound weight class. For Karns, that's going to be Brandon Gray. And then for Anderson County, that is going to be Tucker Markland.
I think Gray just deferred. And
So it is
Tucker
it's two.
chose to take the lower.
So he chose down.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, that's where you're going to get your most likelihood to get more points is from the down position. He needs to pick that head up. Don't want to drop that head. Again, we want to get that wrist control. So important is that'd be what I'd be going over with my kids the next day. He's still looking for that reversal, and he's going to end up getting that. He's coming over the head, going to get two, and then set up for maybe a turn. Again, the AC wrestler on the bottom there wants to peel that half. First and foremost, he's going to get turned. Don't want to let that half on there. Yeah, he's turning around there. This is rough.
He's gonna get
yeah,
pinned.
that's it. Yeah. So that Powell's guy's got really good hips there.
He was pumped.
Yeah, I give a shout out to this ref. He's doing a pretty good job tonight and really efficient. Again, his name is Tim Thomas, originally from Alabama, I believe. 20-year veteran, and if I'm not mistaken, his third year in Tennessee.
So that was the 120. So I'm guessing this is. Well, Karns doesn't have anybody listed at 126, so this must be 132.
There's no 132 for Clinton or for AC unless they bump up, so we'd go to 138. If this is that weight class, this is Chris Lindsay. I guess that's the most frustrating thing about being offside is not being able to see that weight class and that there, but we're seeming to make it work. So apologize if we're calling you by the wrong name until we get it figured out here.
Oh, there's not even an announcement on the weight classes either out there, so yes. So we're doing the best we can, so.
Absolutely.
It's what?
145.
So I got Ricky McCollum from Karns.
We got Scotty Flatforward, sophomore, first-year wrestler from AC.
Is this Ricky that waved at the camera?
Yeah, I guess it
no,
is.
This is Scotty. Oh, yeah, okay. Is that him?
Yeah.
Well, Scotty's got the takedown there, first-year wrestler. Again, looking for his first win as a mat man. So I don't know if he's won yet before or not. Looks like he knows what he's doing a little bit there. So he's on top. Probably want to roll in the wrist, look for a chicken wing, look for an arm bar, come off the hips. He's got cradle options, near side cradle, far side cradle, cross-face cradle. Just really wants to, what he wants to show the ref here is that he's not just staying behind and make this guy carry his weight, but he's actually working to improve and working to score.
So
there's an escape. That's
yep.
right. It should be 2-1 if I'm not mistaken.
Man, that kind of stinks. That Anderson County guy worked. And
well,
it's 2-1.
yeah, it is. But it's,
I mean, I get it.
It's a lot harder on the guy on the bottom. So it's actually, he's just working on that neck. He's a little high. Wants to go belly. Wants to go belly. Yeah. That's the thing is you got to know when to give it up.
Yeah,
guys.
there you go.
You got to know when to give it up. So I don't know if he got any back points there. I think he might have gotten 2. Karns might have gotten 2 back points.
But he
there.
avoided the pin. I was afraid.
He
of
did.
that.
He did. But you got to know when to turn and when not to. It's all about mat awareness and where you're at and relationship to your opponent. And
He's trying to keep him back in the.
It's 5-2 now.
he is.
Karns.
Yeah, I don't like reaching over that arm. Again, to get that house control, he can roll in. Now he's got his back exposed. Never want to expose that back. You really want to stay away from protect that at all costs. So this is going to be difficult here. Yep.
There it is.
Give that guy a lot of heart, man. I'll tell you what, he went out there and it looks like he tried his best. It's just some experience.
And there for a minute, I thought, when he had control, it seemed like I thought
you had a chance.
He was giving him the business.
Yeah. All right. So if that's 45, I assume we're going to 52, which for AC this would be LeBron Derry.
Yep, there he is. I can tell. I remember.
Yeah, this is the lanky guy.
Yeah.
This is the
real tall guy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to he gets out of a lot of situation because of his length. He's pretty lanky there. You can see the uniforms there. Both of those are accepted. You can have the shirt and the shorts there versus the singlet. Just whatever is the preference of the team or the individual. Again, he wants to get his hips in there. Really want to drop the hips. Doesn't want to lean like that. He ended up, I don't think there was a takedown yet. I don't know if there's, no, it doesn't look like there was one awarded. Want to get those hips back, stay off the knees. He's going to try to turn there, and that would be a 5-point move. And he's fighting, trying to roll off. Real good positioning right there. Wants to drop his hips back. Don't have them up so high. Good job by the Karns wrestler there. Way to get off that. Again on the back. That's going to be it. Yeah, that's going to be it. So, hard-fought match. It's frustrating. But want to come back in here and shake and keep it cool. Gentleman's sport. There we go. Good job. Yeah, that's. I'm anxious to see him. He's a freshman again, so I'm anxious to see how he develops. I think he's going to be a tough wrestler here. I'd love to be able to at least talk to maybe Karns' coach after this before they head out. And if there's a couple Karns wrestlers you guys are interested in.
I want to talk to the one that waved at the camera.
I don't know that weight class. This is 52?
Yeah, again.
Oh, again, okay. Is this is this a different guy from AC, I assume? I wonder if they bumped somebody up. So, again, these guys are... Oh, this is 145 versus 52. So I'm wondering if this is 45 from AC.
Looks like he's holding his own here.
Gotcha. Okay, so that would be LeBron Derry.
Ricky McCollum.
Okay. So it looks like we got 2-0. See if we got, is there a blood time?
Yeah,
looks like it, yeah.
So is that something that happens quite a bit? Just like...
It depends. And guys, nutrition has so much to do with it. I mean, it's a physical sport. It's very easy to get bopped in the nose.
Oh, yeah.
But,
well, sure. I mean, when you're holding their arms and then rubbing their face against the mat, I mean.
When you're cutting weight, too, and you're maintaining weight, you have a very, very strict diet. It's a healthy diet. But, you might drop an iron, and it might cause your nose to bleed here and there. But for the most part, I don't think it's really prevalent. It happens. Some guys bleed a little bit more than others, but
what's the rule in high school sports about dropping weight and how much weight they can lose in a week?
Sure, yeah, it's regulated. What you do is you get a hydration test at the beginning of the year, and they get your weight, and they check your urine, and it has to be a certain amount of hydration in it. And if that passes, like I said, it can't just be yellow where you're not hydrated, but if it passes, you are placed on a program where you can lose X amount of pounds a week and get to a certain weight class. So it's really regulated. Make sure that there's no drastic weight losses, and you can't go down too far too fast. So it really depends. You'll get some guys that are in really good shape. They've already been in shape. By the time they come in, they want to go to a lower weight class. They don't want to come in, let's say, weighing 171. If they want to get down to 152, in a certain amount of time, they'll come in already close to that weight,
right.
And hydrated. So yeah, it's regulated to make sure that it is done in a healthy way.
So what is their preseason like? There's an off season. There's a.
It's different for everybody because it's such an individual sport too. As you guys can tell, there's nobody out there you can't blame the guard for not pulling when he's out here and you're on your back and everything else. It's an individual sport. It's a team sport. So usually kids that are serious, they'll do summer camps. They will. Thank you very much. They'll do that type of stuff, and they'll start running, lifting weights. The ones that are really good, if they're not playing a sport, they're 365. They work out all the time. So we used to go to camps in the summer. Jim and Jeff Jordan State Champ Camp is huge up in Ohio. We'd go to that. We'd go to Oklahoma Cowboy Wrestling Camp or Oklahoma State. We'd go down to North Carolina, Wolfpack, and some places like that. So just trying to pick up as much technique. Sometimes you'll wrestle freestyle. It's not as big around here as it was in Ohio, but just every opportunity to get on the mat and get more matches is going to benefit you.
So here comes Anderson County once again, and he's got some sort of control there. He's trying to get him turned over, it looks like.
Yeah. So, again, I think they said this is a 45 versus a 52. Is that correct?
Yes. 52's Karns, if I'm not mistaken.
2-1 here in the first period. I haven't really seen something jump out as far as, hey, we got a lot of guys that you can tell this coach likes this turn and pin.
Right.
There's nothing really dominant there. There's so many different moves you can do from the top here, all kinds of stuff. And it's really kind of like, I used to tell my guy, it's kind of like a cafeteria. You go to the cafeteria, you pick and choose what you like.
Right.
And what works for you. Try it and go from there. But thank you. Doesn't seem to be like a dominant move that you can tell these coaches are really showing this. And God bless them, they probably haven't had a time to be in the room as they typically would in a regular season.
And see, that's one thing that we talked about some during this past football season with Coach Keith over at Clinton.
Yeah.
He didn't have an off season. He didn't have preseason. He didn't have summer workouts. He didn't have, anything really going into it because of COVID, because everything was so new. And, trying to establish something in a program, kind of like what, the Clinton coach is trying to do. But wrestling's a little bit different than 85 guys on a football team or whatever.
Sure.
But having that time to really establish, to get everybody bought into, getting your techniques and that type of thing in, it's so hard for a brand new coach during this time, just to try to get anything established.
Yeah.
Especially when you have so few in each weight class. If you might be lucky to have two wrestlers at one weight class. That's the way it kind of seems to appear.
Right. So he's trying to get him turned over to his back.
Yep. He's wrapping that up. Once again, it looks like he almost had a butcher there, which is when they have their arms crossed like that. It's called a butcher. It's got a half in. He wants to come off, wants to walk towards the head, roll the hand underneath. Now that's a far side cradle. He'll take that back, towards him. He wants to put the knee in the hip. Oh, he let it go. Let it go. It's a great way to get some back points there.
So you're in that whenever he's rolling to get the back to go for the pin, and he grabs his hand.
Yep.
It's a pinning combination.
It's a pinning
so
combination. You can lock hands.
Okay.
Yes. The only way you can't lock hands in a pinning combination is if you have the head and don't have the arm or the elbow. So you can't. I can't just go up to Jared and put him on his back with just his head and squeeze and do that. I have to have that arm too, so that it doesn't cut off that circulation or that airway.
Called chokehold, or what'd you call it?
Head and arm?
No,
Turk.
Turk. It's a Turk.
That's a little bit different. Yeah.
It's a Turk.
Yeah. You say Turk and it's legal, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, Turk's different. So.
I wish I'd known that growing up.
Yeah.
I'm not choking him. It's a Turk.
It's a Turk, Dad.
Mom, it's legal.
Exactly.
We'll have to get the mat down next year and actually show some of these here.
I would love to. If we could get, maybe to kind of lead into this type thing. If we get maybe the coaches together or something, and really just kind of show some of the different techniques to really try to educate people.
Sure.
Show what the positions are to starting out, what's legal, what's not legal, and really that's selfish of me because I just want to learn more about it. So whenever I'm doing these, I'll have a little bit more understanding.
When you're doing these?
Yeah.
Well, what I'm doing the
commentary.
Broadcast.
Yeah.
Broadcast. Okay. I thought you.
He's ready to suit up, man.
I'm ready.
He's going. But
I'm going shorts and t-shirt. I ain't wearing a singlet though.
Well, guys, I hope we get to continue to do this, and we can build on that. Like the addition of the individual wrestler interviews this year. I've got multiple texts sitting here that said, that's money. This is great to have these kids on and talk about why they love the sport.
So let me ask you this: that looked kind of different than anything we've seen before. The Karns. It looked like the Karns wrestler was just kind of like, it's illegal in football to take a low block. It looked like he was just diving at his feet.
Kind of falling there.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I was talking. I didn't get a chance to look at it. We'll have to see.
I mean, it did look like he was just like trying to shoot, but
that's a low shot. That's legal. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Yep.
Okay.
That's completely legal.
Is it legal for you to jump over them and land on top of them?
Yeah, I mean, you don't see a lot of it.
We're not dropping elbows here, Macho Man. Okay?
Yeah, there's not a lot
what you gonna do, brother?
Not a lot of somersaults or flips, but yeah.
30 seconds, Landon.
That was pretty good Hulk Hogan there, Jared.
We used to watch it all the time.
Yeah. My favorite is Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Hey-oh!
I don't know that one.
What?
Is that a local boy?
No.
WWF.
He carried a 2x4 in one hand and an American flag in the other.
What year is this?
Oh, late 80s, mid
early 80s.
Early 80s.
Yeah. See, you guys remember the British Bulldogs?
Yeah.
That was
same time frame.
All right. Leaping Lenny, what was his name? Leaping Lenny Provoser or something like that.
Profo, that's actually Macho Man's brother. Don't get me talking about old school wrestling stuff. I could talk about that all day.
Okay.
My wife will roll her eyes the entire time as well. She hates that I'm into that, but this is just fascinating to me because they do use some of the same terminology in the wrestling entertainment world.
Yep.
So now that I'm actually getting to see
Half
what it
Nelson,
actually
chicken
is,
wing, yeah.
exactly what it actually is, and this side of it, I'm really I love this sport. So
Yeah.
I was talking to you earlier about talking about my getting my 2-year-old, once she gets old enough getting into it. I'm 100% serious. I'm looking forward to that. What is this, 120?
170.
170.
Is that right? Yep.
So 170 for AC is Connor Baird. He's a junior, second-year wrestler from Lake City. Went undefeated at the Battle of the Bull Ring last week, going 4-0. Will continue to win more as he works with skill and practices this season.
Well,
he looks pretty tough.
170 for Karns is Owen Sullivan, second year. Wrestled 220 as a freshman. And right here it says, doesn't get pinned.
Okay.
Looks like
well, he looks pretty tough there, though. I'll tell you what.
Not like, I mean, literally.
That's pretty bold.
Doesn't get
That's
pinned.
right. Look, but I tell you what, this he's trying to seek. I was going to tell you before what he was going to try to do with that half, that reverse half. I'll wait till he gets back there. No, I know guys like this, guys. I'm telling you, that's what they do is they fight off this. This is your guy with your ponytail.
Yeah,
I
the
guess.
ponytail, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a different ponytail.
I think that's the same one.
No, this one's a little more laid back. It's a little longer.
I think it's later. I think it's later in the evening.
Yeah, it just fell.
I don't think you got your starch that you did at the start of the match.
The gel's worn off a
The
little
gel's worn off. So he keeps fighting. Yeah, I know guys like this that they refuse to get pinned like that. You gotta practically get them in the perfect position. What do we got? Like, is it 5-0, I believe, for AC? Near side cradle there, trying to pull that in. We'll take him over. He could still do it, letting him go. Okay, so that's 1 point escape. 1 point escape. Let's see who comes in here for the takedown. What they want to do is wrestle on the balls of your feet. You don't want to back up. Don't want to be on your heels. Want to move side to side and always forward. So, again, they're trying to establish that wrist control. They got it, but they're not usually using it towards their advantage. So there's a lot of things you can do once you grab that wrist. That should be the end of the period.
It's the end of the first period.
Correct.
It looks like Anderson County has a 5-1 advantage. I think he decided to defer.
Okay. So if AC, Karns deferred probably.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, and then AC chose down. Karns will get the option the third period. Let's see if we get that wrist control. That was better than probably anybody I saw tonight. There he goes. He's running the mat. Is up on his feet. Guy's in bad hip position, so he's going to swim or come out. But we call that coming out the back door. Is what he's doing.
Right.
Is elevating those, tucking that head, elevating those hips, and causing him to be off balance. So he'll probably start swimming. There you can see swimming for the head, and he's going to pull, come up on his knees, and there he goes. So.
Is that an escape?
That is a reversal right there.
So it's 2.
And now he's getting back points, and let's see if he doesn't get pinned.
He doesn't get pinned.
He doesn't get
Remember,
pinned.
he does. It wasn't a question.
Okay.
Oh, he might hear. He might hear.
I don't know.
He's got a lot of time.
Here's the thing. If there's a reason they say he doesn't get pinned, my guess is he...
Oh, gosh.
Man,
He's got his hands under that shoulder. His shoulder is up. Oh, that's a pin. Well, go ahead and put a line through that.
Yeah, almost never gets pinned.
I tell you what, I give that guy a lot of credit.
Was pinned at least once.
He's got a lot of heart. That's really hard, guys. And I give kudos to all these guys.
Oh, man.
They're. I mean, I don't care if it's their first year.
They're brave enough to get out there.
Oh, listen, these guys are awesome. I give them all the credit in the world. And every guy that we saw tonight is just doing a fantastic job. I give them a lot of credit out there.
So now we're at 182. So it looks like Cole Buckner for Anderson County and Caleb Charlton from Karns.
Cole Buckner, first-year wrestler, putting him on his back.
Oh, this could
Come
be,
on, look at this.
He's down there looking.
He is.
Referee's in a great position
Big
to look
match.
for that.
Oh, he's just sweeping that up. Listen, I can already tell this. Sloan's taught him some moves from down here. Taking away that elbow.
There you go.
Pull that elbow up.
Can he do it?
Pull that elbow up.
Can he do it?
Boom,
There
there
it
it
is.
is. Nice
What a
job.
pin by Cole Buckner.
First-year
that was
wrestler.
very nice.
Again, yep. I give all these guys credits. Look at that sportsmanship there. Just a fantastic sport, guys.
You know, that's one thing I will commend. Most of the time, you know, when these kids get beat or whatever, they do show some pretty good sportsmanship.
Oh, they do. You learn how to take a loss. That's one of the big things in front of a crowd. And I know we don't have a crowd there tonight, but it teaches humility. It teaches character. It teaches, you know, like I believe Stone said, you know, when you're down or when things are tough, you know, rely on yourself and pick yourself up.
Lee's used to taking a loss.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he? Okay.
All right, so this one's another one at 182. I'm not sure who.
I don't know if somebody moved up or what.
I'm not sure, so. But sorry, I'm really just watching. I should be talking more, I guess, but it's so interesting to me, just the psychology into it, because really it is in the technique. So oh, that's a takedown.
Yep.
Was that a safe takedown?
It was borderline there. He really needs to return him to the mat. Usually I would encourage my guys that when they pick somebody up to put them down, that their knee hits before anything else, so they safely return them to the mat. You shouldn't pick somebody up unless you can do that. It does get wild sometimes. You get somebody up there and they kick and maneuver. Sometimes it's hard to control them, but you really want to be careful of that. He's thrusting his hips in there, again, putting lots of pressure. Looks like he's trying to do a tight waist ankle. which is pretty much what it is, tight waist and ankle.
The guy's headgear's over his eyes.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. His hips are a little high there. Again, this guy can come out the back door, roll, elevate his hips, and AC could come out there. There, he starts to come a little bit. See, he's got that. See, you don't want those hips on the mat. You want your hips higher than his. So you can see, looks like Karns is trying to scramble there. Looks like he's got a mouthpiece in there,
he
too,
does.
doesn't he?
Is that not a mandatory piece of gear for wrestling?
Was not when I wrestled. I've seen a lot of kids that start on the parterre, the referee's position, and they pop up. And I've seen kids getting their tongues bit, and you want to talk about blood time? It was bad. But no, we didn't. I never wore mouth gear. Again, he's coming back. He's in a bad hip position, and that's the end of the period. Haven't seen a whole lot go the distance tonight, have we? The entire 3 minutes.
No.
I don't think we've seen any sudden victories or overtimes.
No, I haven't seen any overtimes.
Yep.
I think we've had a couple go into the third period, but I haven't seen any.
If you remember last year, we had where the match was criteria, and it would go down and down and down and down, and we went to who won the first one.
We did that for a few of them.
Yeah, we did. We had some close matches last year. I believe our reigning champs were AC, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
last
AC
year.
won the duel last year.
Yeah. So really excited to see twice as many kids out for Clinton that we had last year. So hope to see that to grow. Again, we're starting to turn him here. We got him on his back. As long as he keeps good position there, this is going to be a pin. We're real close here.
He lost his mouthpiece.
Lost his mouthpiece. And it's close.
Don't look at
He's fighting. He's fighting.
Oh.
That's it. Yep. Looks like we got 2 matches after this, if I'm not mistaken. I think we got Powell and Clinton, and then AC and Clinton. So Clinton's going to go back to bat. I wonder if that's strategic there.
We finished with the main event.
Is that what it is? Probably.
Well, I mean, I guess with AC hosting, them to have they're on, they wrestle, they're off, they wrestle, they're off, they wrestle.
Sure.
They've got a.
Hey, listen, I've done it the same way. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, so it looks like we're getting to heavyweight, if I'm not mistaken, or 220, I imagine. Oh, this is heavy. This has got to be heavy here.
That's the gorilla.
Yeah, that's the gorilla.
Is that the gorilla?
Yeah, that's heavy.
So we didn't see Stone.
No, he just came out to raise his hand.
Oh, did he?
He didn't actually get
So this is Jaden Bullock here, the sophomore.
Against Logan, the Gorilla Ewing. And the only reason we do that is we do have the thing here, and it's his nickname, a.k.a. the Gorilla. So
the Gorilla had never been pinned.
And
right?
he drives a Honda Veloster.
Okay.
I don't know why that's on here, but it is. So
I would love to get that up on the screen if we could.
Hyundai Veloster.
Is that like a Pinto, or what's that look like? Is that a?
I don't know.
Is it a Hyundai?
Yeah, it's Hyundai.
I'm gonna go.
He's
to
a
the old
power
Google.
lifter. He is a senior, recruited from the football team.
Jaden here plays football as well.
I don't know. It was on here.
Guys, when I ask for information, it's there's no holds barred.
You don't know what
all
you're
out.
gonna get.
Listen, wait till we get to Clinton. I've got.
It's a coupe that was first produced in 2011. With sales beginning in South Korea.
We're a wealth of knowledge here at ACTV.
It's considered a sports compact.
Is it?
Well, speaking of which, once again, thank you all for watching tonight. This is ACTV Sports. We are bringing you the wrestling duels from Anderson County High School.
Oh, there's a pin.
Looks like Gorilla's about
There's
to
a
get
pin.
a pin right
Yep,
there.
and
there it is. And Anderson County so far is undefeated in their 2 duels that they've participated in. Once this one is completed. And so they, as Coach Snyder said earlier, it was kind of their duel to lose, and coming into tonight, and they've held serve just like they were supposed to, and they've done really well. So it looks like we got some 106 kids going in right now. If I was to guess just by their frame. When the singlet is hanging loose on the body, you know you're pretty low in weight class.
Yeah, this is Gabe Dietland, I believe, sophomore, second-year wrestler, ROTC. Won his first match as a freshman last year and continues to do well in this weight class. So, and he's wrestling who from Karns?
Karns 106 is Hunter Brown, also first-year wrestler. Plays football, straight A student. So smart kid.
Okay. And then if we go to 13, Lucas Pruitt, he's the one that we interviewed before.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see Lucas go.
Yeah, he looked pretty good. So I believe it's still 0-0, looking for a duck under there. And just needs to get control of that. Pull that leg up, nothing yet. That's going to be a takedown for Karns. Oh, it was quick. Reaction time. Nothing yet. Still no awarded. And it's going to be 2 now. 2 for Karns.
I was afraid
it's a scramble there.
I was afraid they were going to get Anderson County for gripping his hands because when he was trying to pull him down, I did see him.
Yeah. Well, you have a reaction time. You have a chance to let it go. I believe it's 2-1. AC let him up. He wants to circle that, work back towards the center. Guy from Karns looks pretty stocky there for 106 pounder. And coming over, he needs to drop his hips. Or he's going to get rolled. Okay, there we go. Looks like received 2 points. And going to be an escape.
Yeah, it was 2.
Yeah.
3-2 right now.
No, 3-3.
Yeah, he just got an escape.
Oh, yeah, he let him up.
Short time. Neither one in a great position right now. Looks like AC's a little bit better position. Karns is kind of letting that time run out.
So when the time runs out, whose discretion is it to who gets the...
They flip the disc.
Flip the disc.
Well, they actually know ahead of time. With the duels, they pick it. Individual tournaments, they'll flip the disc. Disc is one side green, one side red, as you can see the wrist.
Somebody hit a field goal. Did you see that?
Yeah, is that what it was?
He threw his hands up like this.
Yeah, I didn't have enough of those with my team the other night. We actually got beat pretty bad Monday. So Ohio State versus Alabama game.
Come on, you had to see that coming.
Not if the way they played Clemson. The way they played Clemson was amazing. If I did see it coming. If it was,
they were fresher. They only had 7 games this year.
Yeah. I brought it up. Let's change the subject. Yeah, it was Alabama's just tough. That Heisman Trophy winner is amazing.
Devontae Smith.
Oh gosh, you can't stop him. He was awesome.
You just hope to contain him.
Couldn't even contain him.
No, you couldn't.
I mean,
that first half
he had 3 touchdowns and 215 yards. And then he broke his finger.
Yeah, it's crazy. Did he end up breaking it?
Yeah, or dislocated. It was
dislocated.
Sideways.
It broke it. Something.
It was sideways.
Did you like that mask with the Heisman on it?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. So again, on the bottom, looking for that hand control. AC on top. Looks like he's got a wrist and an ankle. Again, you don't want to roll towards your back there. You want to let go of that head. Don't want to keep that at all because you're going to see what's happening right there. He's going to pull him and expose the back. Exactly like that.
Sometimes your arm gets caught back there and you can't really.
It does. It
makes
does
it difficult to get loose, right?
Yep, absolutely it does. But I think he was consciously trying to pull that head. And that's just, you learn that from experience. So don't want to bundle up like that. You'll get hit for stalling. See how he's got his arms underneath? He wants to keep his arms in, not keep his elbows out
so
like he is, but he wants to push back. You'll get warned for stalling, and then it will be a point, and it can eventually into disqualification if you get enough.
He's like, I'll just beat his head to the floor.
Well, that happens too. Sometimes it's frustrating. So, but you do not want to lay there like that. You can get called on stalling on top too if he doesn't come off the hips. There he's off the hips. You don't want to stay on top of the hips the whole time. Yeah.
You have to appear like you're trying to gain points.
Yeah. I mean, you're exactly right. Yep. You want to look like you're actively working. I've seen many matches called because of stalling, and you hate to see that, but there's a reversal. Looks like. I don't know our score yet. I believe Karns is on top. Score-wise, we'll have to see. He's got his half Nelson in, but he's on the wrong side. So he's on one side of the body and trying to throw the half on the other. That's not going to work. So you want to be on the same side. Looks like we got 5-5.
All knotted up.
Second period. This might be jinxing it. This might be our overtime.
Take us all the way down.
We've got a barn burner here, folks.
Good old-fashioned slobber knocker.
All right, so into the final period. both starting neutral. Looks like they're reaching. Bad position. You want to keep that head up. Karns is working on that neck. And nothing.
It's stone cold. It's stone cold.
So let's see. Again, he's kind of leaning. Once you get those hips underneath him, he's looks like he's grabbing onto his singlet there too. That's can't do that. Usually referee hits you off there. Don't think he got awarded that too. I think it's still 5-5 if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Got a cradle. If he can take it back, establish that control, he will get a takedown and back points. Let's see. And it looks like he's got that 2 points now, I believe. There we go. So there's our cradle. Once
You can't get him all the way
He's
over
got to be
there.
careful. He doesn't want to. AC doesn't want to do that. You don't want to expose your own back. Because look, see what just happened?
crawled over.
You see what just happened. You don't want to expose your own back. You got to have good hip position with that.
There it is. Oh, I thought he was
He's getting back points.
He is getting back points.
Lots of back points.
Let's see that score.
He gonna get it. He gonna get
Think?
It may not matter here in just a second.
He's got that elbow up. Keep fighting. Oh, there it is. There it is.
And it was 7-7.
Yeah. 36 seconds left?
Yeah.
Man, that's tough.
That is tough.
So let's see who we got, if we got any more wrestlers coming up, or let's see here. Looks like that one might be over.
Yeah, it looks like that's all she wrote for this match. There's Molly tracking down the coach from Karns.
Hey, Molly, see if you can get a score. Uh-oh, there's a...
What's up?
You got caught with pizza in your hand.
Hey, we need our nourishment too.
We've been here for a while.
That's not that healthy diet that he was talking about.
We've only been going for about 3 hours.
Right.
So, and we got
Is it 9:30?
It's 9:15. We got 2 more. It looks like we have Powell and Clinton, and then AC and Clinton. It looks like Karns' coach is coming up. Hunter Finley, I believe, is what is told to me. But man, that was another. I'm thinking that was a win by Anderson County.
Yeah, I believe so.
I didn't see the final score. Of course, we don't have a way to see the final scores, but. But another win there by Anderson County. That's what I'm going to call it. And looks like Hunter Finley is going to be joining us. Coach Finley, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how are you doing tonight? First off, everything going okay with you all, your team? Everybody healthy? I saw somebody, looked like one of your wrestlers may have gotten a little a knee or something earlier.
Yeah, it was our 220 Matt Gassler. He had that kind of earlier on in the week, kind of hyperextended that knee, so that was kind of a continuation of that injury.
All right, so hoping he's all right moving forward. Hope it's not too serious. But, Coach, thank you so much for joining us. According here, this is your second-year head coach. Tell us a little bit about your program there at Karns and where you all are at and like how your season's been going so far.
Obviously, the 2021 TSSAA athletic sport year has been interesting.
To say the least.
We're working best we can with it. Fortunately, tonight we got everybody weight certified. We're ready to go. Had as close to a full roster as I've had here. Had 12 guys eligible to wrestle tonight, so that was something we hadn't had all season. So we're working as hard as we can. Had a little at times tonight, little mental breakdown, but we can get back to working on that.
Give us a couple of your wrestlers that really have stood out this year, as far as just maybe their success or maybe leading the team, those type things.
Well, first of all, I was fortunate enough to get a transfer from Bradley. Michael Gregory, outstanding technical wrestler, strong kid, very coachable. He's at his weight now at 138 class, so excited about him as we get into the individual part of our season to region. Then I got 2 more young, one junior, Brandon Gray, the 120. He very experienced wrestler, very knowledgeable, technical. So we're excited about what he can do with the region. In 182, Caleb Carlton, just a second-year wrestler. Caleb's from Seattle, Washington, so that's interesting. He came to Karns last year as a freshman. So, very skilled wrestler. Looking to put some weight on him, some muscle on him,
right?
And hoping he can make it to the state again as he did last year, and as well did Brandon and Michael. So excited about those three wrestlers.
Fantastic. And so, Coach, we're just, as we're going through this, we've got Coach Eric Snyder here. He's been asking some great questions and stuff. He's a little bit more knowledgeable about wrestling. We're still learning, but we got Coach Snyder here, and I think he's got something for you.
Coach, it's awesome watching you this year. It's always awesome watching you guys come out there and wrestle and build your team. Talk to me a little bit about your assistant coach. How long has he been with you, and what's he add to the program?
It's like finding the Hope Diamond.
Yeah.
On a golf course with 6-foot-high grass.
Yeah.
I called Barkus last year on a reference from Donnie Floyd from Bearden.
Donnie's a great guy. Donnie knows his stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think I may have said this last year.
Yeah.
Donnie mentioned, well, maybe he'll send some of his wrestlers from UT. So I called Marcus and I said, hey, you got any guys you can send me? He says, well, how about I just do it? So, fantastic. And last year, he, just because the UT was wrestling, he could only give me a couple days a week. Well, this year, UT's not wrestling.
Yeah.
So it's with how much can we practice?
Awesome. That's a great guy to have by your side, isn't it?
Absolutely. Having Marcus there is just a absolute great asset. And then also got Greg Gray, who came on, and he's that guy that will go scout, knows all the opponents' wrestlers. So I've added those two guys to our program. It's just really awesome.
Yeah, Coach. Well, we're going to talk to some of your kids, man. I wish you the best of luck this year, Coach. I know you'll be at state. I hope you guys do well and really cap off your season with a lot of wins. So congratulations, Coach, and I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys putting this on.
Absolutely, Coach.
Hey, we love doing it. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so great interview there with Coach Hunter Finley from Karns. Sitting down with us now looks like Brandon Gray, co-captain. Brandon, how's it going? And tell us a little bit about your season so far.
It's been great. Corona's really affected everything, but just trying to fight hard, just trying to get some matches in. At the end of the day, you got to wrestle somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, did you get to wrestle this past this past one against, I guess, Anderson County?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, we've been doing interviews and trying to get as many people on here as possible, so I didn't get to see how that went. How did So it says here that your dad is the assistant coach. Is he pretty hard on you, or how does that work out?
Sometimes, he gets on to me about the stuff I do, It's a mutual relationship.
He's harder on you than everybody else, right?
Yes, sir.
That's how most dads are. I get it.
You gotta be,
But so when we were doing one earlier, I don't know if you all know this, but I'm not sure who it was, but they were pinning someone, I believe, in your all's first match, and they kind of looked over to the camera and waved. Do you know who that was?
No, I can't recall that.
Oh, okay. Trying to protect
I wish. Yeah.
Trying to protect identities, huh?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you a question. What are kind of your goals for this year for yourself personally as a wrestler? What's some things that you would like to accomplish before the end of the year?
Well, now that COVID has affected everything, I've heard that you have to get top 2 in region. I'd really like to go to state this year and get top 2.
So that's kind of your goal. That's your big goal.
My big goal is to just get in state.
Yeah, make it to state. Okay, cool.
Yeah, make it into state.
Well, tell us something now. Do you do any other sports besides wrestling?
I did. I used to play football, but I don't know what I'm going to do this year.
Okay. So tell us something that maybe wrestling has taught you, or something how that you get from wrestling that you don't get from other sports.
You really work on your coordination a lot. Like, it teaches you the fundamental body, positions that you wouldn't even know what to do. Like, football is just, tackling, but wrestling, you really get down to the nitty gritty.
That's right, with the hands and feet and everything.
Yes, sir.
Well, Brandon, thank you so much for joining us. Do you have? We're going to go ahead, and I think we have one other wrestler from your team that we're going to talk to real quick. But thank you so much, and good luck.
Yes, sir.
Going down the road in region, state, and those type competitions. Okay, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Brandon Gray, third-year wrestler, and he's a junior.
Yeah,
so,
right now you got Powell and Clinton on the mats. I'm not sure. I think we're in our
I think that's 120 if I remember that redheaded kid. I don't remember his name.
He looks a little bigger than 120.
I know, that's what I thought too. All right, so let's see here. Caleb, Charles.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today, Caleb?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Doing great. So I asked the first guy, and when we were watching your all's matches earlier, there was someone who got a pin, and then he kind of looked over at the camera and gave it a little wave and a little smile and a thumbs up. You don't know who did that, do you, Caleb?
I would never did that.
You don't know who did that? Because you look awful familiar to me. I don't know.
Oh, do I?
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's just from watching you here tonight or something.
Okay.
Caleb Pinocchio Charlton.
Yeah. So, Caleb, it's your second year wrestling. You've moved down, it says here, from Seattle. So how has first off, how's the transition to East Tennessee been?
It's definitely been a change for sure. It's actually my fourth year wrestling, second year in high school.
Okay.
So I have more to go. But I wrestled up in Washington State for a coach who went to the NCAA Nationals twice.
Okay.
So it's definitely been a transition from what I'm normally used to, because in middle school you're only used to like 10 matches a year compared to 50. 40 matches. So it's definitely a big change, and I'm excited for the next 3 years.
All right, and it also says, now, do you play in a band, or are you in the band at Karns?
I'm in the band at Karns. I am the second best at Karns, and I am currently the section leader for my
what do you play?
What instrument?
I play multiple, but I mainly play trumpet.
See, I played trumpet in high school. So, all right. See, I know. I keep liking you more and more as I speak to you, even if you weren't the one that smiled and waved, which I don't know, what happened there. But my name is Lee. I've got a couple other guys here with me.
Who took a cell phone out on the floor?
I don't know, but somebody dropped a cell phone. Yeah, somebody's got a cell phone behind you. That's crazy. So we got Coach Snyder here, and he's going to ask you a couple questions real quick.
Hey, Caleb. What you're wrestling what weight class?
I'm wrestling 182, and I'm going down to 170 for state.
170 for state. Okay, well, I want to wish you good luck with that. I've been asking everybody, you've been wrestling for a little bit, 2 different states. I've been in multiple states as well, and you get a little bit of different flavor there, but some of the things just don't change from state to state with the sport of wrestling. Tell me something that you'd recommend, or what would you tell somebody that's watching tonight that might be maybe never played a sport before about coming out to wrestling? What does it do for you, and what would you say to somebody that's never really picked it up before?
I would say stick with it, and because it gets you mentally and physically stronger. When I first started, I was like, this is too much. I'm gonna quit. And I pushed it through the first season. I was like, this isn't so bad.
Yeah.
Once you get the hang of it, once you get your first win, you're thirsty for more, and you have a love for the sport after a little bit.
Yeah. Teaches your resilience and toughness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sir.
Good deal. Well, hey, good luck this year at State. I hope you have a great rest of the season, and we'll be looking forward to watching you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Good luck, as Eric said, good luck at State. And can you give me just a little bit of a wave there?
No.
Maybe a thumbs up? There you go. All right, man. See you later. Have a good one, bud. Thanks. All right, so
285.
All right, so we got the 285 wrestlers going right now. Heavyweight for Clinton and Powell. And it's so great to get to talk to those student athletes. It looks like Clinton just got the pin on Powell. Yeah, Clinton gets
That'd be
that
Toomey.
victory.
That's his second win for the night. Wrestled. This is his senior year and 1 year experience. So played football for 4 years.
Well, I mean, he's got the height on him as well. So
He does.
he's been able to work that leverage. and get a couple of pins. I'm not
He's
sure.
the size that you think of when you think of Greco-Roman, though, right? Like, isn't that more like bigger,
they are bigger up.
guys?
Yeah, bigger up top. So I mean, you got all kinds of sizes with Greco-Roman as well, but yeah, bigger up top.
I'm just
This
thinking
looks-
what I think about, like Olympics and things like that. You know, they just the ones that really stand out are the big guys.
That'd be a forfeit for, if that's 106, Caleb Kendall, 4th year, 9th grader. I don't think we have a 13 or a 20. This would be a 26 coming out, would be Parker Sanchez, 9th grader, 1st year.
And it doesn't look like Powell may have anybody there either.
At 126, they don't?
Yep.
Favorite pin is a half Nelson. Loves to do the half Nelson. 4.0 student. And favorite subject is science. Favorite athlete is Russell Wilson.
Basketball fan. Oh,
You
no,
don't usually
football.
s-
I
football.
got Russell Westbrook and Russell Wilson mixed up for a second. But no, Russell Wilson out at Seattle. They're still in the playoffs, I think. I don't know.
You know, the Titans aren't.
No, let's leave that alone. I'm still upset about that. Speaking of NFL, nice little bridge.
Urban Meyer. What about
Urban
that?
Meyer hired
Former
at
Ohio
Jacksonville.
State head coach.
Yep.
He was supposed to be the
See here at
second
Florida.
coming of Bear Bryant.
When was that announced? Is that today?
Just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, just about an hour ago.
He's the new head coach of
So,
what's that,
Jacksonville.
what's that salary look like?
He was asking for $12 million.
I think it's probably in the 10 range. But so he had heart palpitations at Florida, and then why did he leave Ohio State? Same type thing.
Something like
Spend
that.
time-
Hair loss, probably.
So now he's going back. Back going.
There's
to the
no stress in
now.
NFL.
Oh,
There's
man.
no stress.
Well, there's no
coaching these guys.
recruiting.
There's no stress.
There is no recruiting, so
And he's always had left the program better than he found it.
yeah. Wink, wink. I don't know. I don't know.
What's your thing with Ohio State, man? Because you're
it's
doing
Urban-
a lot of hating on
no,
Ohio State.
it's Urban Meyer. It's not
Okay,
Ohio State.
okay.
No, for me, it's Ohio State.
I like Jim Tressel. I got a lot of respect for
My
Ohio State.
college roommate was Ohio State. He was from right outside of
Did
Cincinnati.
he lock you outside one night or something?
No.
Hey guys,
No.
we've got somebody here.
Oh,
Johnny.
guest.
Hey, how's it going?
Look at
today?
that smile. $1 million smile.
Can you hear me? I can't hear. There we go.
There
I
we
got
go.
you now.
I can
All
hear
right.
you.
All right. And sorry, they didn't tell me before you came out. What's your name, man?
I'm Lucas Kendall.
Lucas? All right, Lucas. Team captain, 10th grader. You've been wrestling for a while now. Tell us something, and this season, as everybody has said, has been a lot different than normal. You haven't had the amount of matches. You haven't had the amount of duels. You haven't had, really as much of anything as you've got. Tell us a little bit about this year, about your new coach, Coach Hollywood Kate. Tell us a little bit about everything coming into this season.
Well, coming into the season, I came off a loss in the regionals, didn't make it to state. So I'm trying to get to state right now. But
Okay.
Coach, he's an amazing coach. Very lucky to have him.
Now, I do remember calling your name a few times out on the football field. Jared and I both do call the high school game. So you wrestle at 160. Is that where you wrestled last year?
No, I wrestled at 145 last year,
145. All right. So
been hitting the weight room.
So you're getting a little bit bigger. Now, is 160 where you're wanting to wrestle going into state? Are you going to drop down, or are you going to stay at 160?
I'm going to stay at 160.
You're going to stay? Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about some of your other teammates, how you've seen them as a captain, how you've seen them grow. You've got a lot of sophomores and freshmen right now. Tell us a little bit about some of your other teammates that you may have seen a big jump. Maybe not have as like the highest pins, but who's really improved, who's really impressed you this year?
There's my teammate named Riley Webb.
Okay.
He's improved a lot.
Riley, and that's he wrestles at 220, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what about, tell us a little bit about Coach Cade or Assistant Coach Brum. Just tell us a little bit about those guys, how they've helped you.
Coach K, he's helped me tremendously. He's worked with moves with me. I've been to his gym. He's always helping. He's always there when you need him. He's just a great coach overall.
And what about the assistant coach, Justin Brum, or Brum?
Yeah, he's a very good coach too. He works a lot with us. He teaches us moves also. He's just a very good coach too.
Awesome. So I'm going to pass you over to Coach Snyder, Eric Snyder, and see if he's got some questions for you.
Hey, Lucas, love watching your matches tonight. You looked very confident out there, very relaxed. I see a big difference from last year and this year. I assume you felt more relaxed and more confident. Looks like you had a game plan. You're just going that very first match, going out there and just trying to take that guy apart. Is that kind of, do you have more confidence in yourself? Do you feel relaxed out there now, or?
Yes, sir. I feel a lot more relaxed out there than last year, since my last year was freshman year.
Yep. Looks like you're a pinner here. You got, what, 80 career pins, like a chicken wing. I don't know what I can say about you liking Baker Mayfield. Not really my favorite guy, but that's all right. To each his own. But then it looks like you like favorite takedown. Is that the over-under? Are you looking like a lateral drop? Is that your favorite takedown?
Well, it's a throw.
Throw, yeah, that type of stuff. So I'm sure Coach shows you how to do that. Just look really good. Hey, what would you tell somebody watching tonight, 160 pounds, that's interested in coming out to wrestling that's never done it before?
Just to come out and try it. If you don't like it, you can always quit, but you'll like it.
That's right. Hey, I want you next year to bring 2 new guys with you that's never wrestled before and get them to come out, all right? Talk to those guys in the school. We want to have every weight class filled. You can see what having those weight classes filled does for a team. So
especially on the football team, the footwork, the hand fighting, everything like that.
Yeah.
Get them to come out, man. I know Coach Keith would encourage it as well.
Absolutely. Well, good luck to you this year, and we'll be rooting for you at state, okay? Hey, stay focused.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Lucas. All right, and so what a great interview. I love talking to these kids as they come in. I think we may have another one coming in.
Darian Woodruff.
Darian, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Darian, how's it going? How's everything going tonight over there?
Good. I think we won both our matches so far, so I mean it's going great.
Oh yeah, and I'm telling you what, you all as a team have improved so much since last year. Tell us what your new head coach, Coach Kate, and the coaching staff over there, what they've helped instill in you guys and really show you.
Well, I'm new here myself. I'm from Kentucky.
Okay.
And Coach K, he's probably one of the best coaches I've had in a while. And I mean, they just push us at practice. I mean, he's good training. I think he has a background in MMA or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that works a lot for us.
Look up Hollywood Kate if you have some spare time on YouTube. You'll be able to see some of his mixed martial arts stuff. So check it out, man. But yeah, you moved down here from Kentucky. I know.
What part of Kentucky are you from?
It's Hopkinsville. It's real close to Clarksville.
Hopkinsville's got some great wrestling out that way, man. They are some studs. In fact, that's where Coach Keith is from.
Yes,
he's out down there, yeah.
Yeah, he brought me from down there.
Yeah, they won state last year, Hopkinsville did. Yeah, there's some scrappers out there.
In wrestling?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, didn't need to.
Oh, no, absolutely. Go ahead.
Hey, I do like the fact that your favorite athlete's Ezekiel Elliott. I think that's a good choice there. So
you and your Ohio
what do you?
State
I just got to point
man.
it out. I'm not a Mayfield fan, but Ezekiel Elliott's pretty good. What you like about Ezekiel Elliott, man? Other than he's a baller.
Man, he's just hard-nosed, man. He's just about it. He wants to win.
He wants to win. He plays on God's team. That's right. Hey,
a Cowboys fan too? Oh.
Let me ask you this: favorite pins at cradle, favorite takedown, single to a trip. How have you developed this year? This is your 7th year wrestling, and you're a senior. Were you here all season long? Were you here at the beginning of the school year?
No, sir. I had to take because of football. I had messed up a ligament in my thumb and my wrist on my left side was messed up too, so I had to take a little bit of time off.
Okay. Well, hey, this is your senior year, man. We need to stay focused and make sure that you get to state and really focus on your game plan. You look good out there. Saw you just pinned the last match, I believe. Wasn't that you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, saw that pin. So we took him down there right away. So stay focused and good luck, and we'll be rooting for you this year, all right?
Hey, quick question.
Wait, before you go.
Question. Look over your shoulder right behind you. Look over your shoulder up there. The kid in the green shirt. Hey, next time he flexes, tell him he needs to gain about 40 pounds of muscle, okay?
Hey, Darren, it's great to see you. We watched you on the football field this past year, and we look forward to seeing what Coach Keith can do with the football program and continue to grow. But just real quick, for somebody that maybe isn't, they see this on the TV and they're kind of interested in it. Tell us a little bit what wrestling has meant to you. As you've been doing it for 7 years, you've been doing it for a while. Tell us what a little bit wrestling has meant to you, and maybe how it's helped you on the field, on the football field also.
Well, I started wrestling because of my father. He's a two-time All-American in wrestling, so he kind of like put it on me.
Okay.
And I took a little time off because I wasn't really feeling it. But coming back to it, I wish I would have played my last 3 years of high school. Cause it's fun, man. It's real fun to do. But football-wise, it translates to the field too. Helps you tackling, brings up your lower body, man. It helps you all through high school.
Man. And helps you on that, past that, too, with the discipline and everything it takes to maintain weight and to do everything. So, Darian, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it, man. And, if you ever see us around, yell at us. But, man, if you ever, and just stay out there, stay strong, and good luck at state. I want to see you there, okay, man?
Thank you. Have a good day.
Hey, thanks, bud. And Darian Woodruff there, and did an excellent interview. So it looks like, is this the final match of the night?
It is the final match.
So here it is, Anderson County versus Clinton.
So this is for all the marbles, I believe.
It's about to go down.
So if I'm not mistaken, Clinton won versus Karns and Powell, and AC won versus Karns and Powell. Now, I don't think we have a good matchup here. I think Clinton's missing too many weight classes. But hopefully our head-to-head is pretty solid. So, and it's nice being able to watch these guys after we talk to them too.
Absolutely.
So I mean,
now that we've met, 2 or 3 members of each team.
Yeah. See Darian out there, or Toomey, or let's see. Looks like we got a forfeit here. That's probably about a.
So there's.
I'm saying 112.
Hey, let me see that marker. Give me 6-0 on
Clinton
there.
Doesn't have a 13.
I need to keep up with this. 6 for Clinton.
No, that's not 112. This is bigger. This is this. Okay, this kid was out there a little bit ago.
Thank you.
Here's your ponytail.
All right, so AC
What is this?
Clinton.
Is this 26 or?
Oh, that is the ponytail. The other one was Karns.
Yeah.
I believe this is the one.
Let's see what weight class we're on here.
Oh.
All right, no, nothing yet. He's got a head and arm. He's better keep that arm. Better keep that arm. He's got to be under that elbow. Under that elbow. He's got the wrong leg. He needs to do near leg, not that leg. He wants to keep that arm, go chest to chest, not neutral. That's not where you want to be. You don't want to be that way. You're going to get rolled that way. You want to be perpendicular. So hopefully he can make that adjustment and get off that. All right. Imagine he probably got a back count there. 138. So this is Riley Sisk.
And 145.
Or this is 38 or 45?
It's a.
Okay.
So I got Scotty Flatford at 145 at Anderson County.
138 is that a pin?
Yeah.
There we go. So got that match. So that's Riley Sisk, it looks like.
So
145.
got 6. That's 12 for Clinton.
So if this is 45 for Clinton, it's Josh Combs. I assume, do they have 2 45s at AC?
Yeah.
Well,
that's why they were able to wrestle down. All right, so Anderson County's got 6. So it's 6-12.
So that might have been 52. This is 60. This is Lucas Kendall. So this is 160. So
he's a pretty experienced wrestler.
He is. I think him and Toomey are probably your 2 most best guys. So you can just see he looks. You can see how he stands. You can see his posture. See how he's on the balls of his feet. See how he attacks, how he moves. He's very methodical.
Absolutely.
It's very methodical, and he's got a game plan. He wants to go in there. There's a slide by coming down to a takedown. Now he's just going to systematically work on his tilts. Tries to work on his tilts. This is 160. Lucas wrestles 160. Could stuff the head, load him up. He's gonna try to tilt, pull that arm and a wrist, or pull that in. Looks in control. He's not nervous. He's not stepping over. There you go. Nice pinning combination, and there we go, and that's it. Yeah. Excellent job. Really impressed with him. He's coming a long ways. I like to see that. He's looking pretty tough there.
So that's 18-6 Clinton right now.
Yeah, and then 170. I believe Clinton has a wrestler. Let's see. Possibly, I don't know, unless he didn't make weight.
All right.
Doesn't look like that's 6 for AC.
12 to 18.
Yeah, this could be 82 possibly. I don't think Clinton has an 82. Those forfeits are going to kill them. Yeah, you hate to see that. That's where it's so important to have a guy.
Fill out your roster.
Yeah, fill out your roster. And that's why I'm saying anybody can wrestle. You got these little kids, big kids. So there's your 82. I would hate to see Clinton lose because of because of forfeits, but we'll see how it goes here. Looks like we might have 195 here. And who is that? Is that Stone?
No.
Can't see. So 195, if this is Clinton, is Jackson West, I believe. Possibly. Who is this from AC?
195 is Kyle Buckner. Stone's at 220.
Okay. I believe this is 195. Working on some of that hand control. A little flat-footed, backing up a little bit. Don't want to be walking back on those heels. I think we watched AC wrestle before. I remember watching
Buckner,
him.
I got his his headgear pulled down over his eyes.
Yeah. So again, both of these guys are I don't think have quite the game plan yet. They're just trying to feel each other out. Okay, there's a takedown. Yeah, it's going to be a takedown. And he's going to go for back. That's where you really want to go to your belly. You don't want to expose that back, especially when you're on the hips. You know he's going to work up. You know that's what he's going for, and he's probably not going to get out of this.
There it is. Pin for Anderson County.
6.
Anderson County takes a 6-point lead.
So next would be 220, which would be Riley Webb from
and Stone.
And Stone. Riley Webb from Clinton. Riley plays guitar. Favorite takedown is a snap down. 4.0 student. Favorite subject is math. Athlete Zion Williamson.
NBA.
30 on the ACT. Very smart kid. His girlfriend actually attends AC.
Oh, see, he is a smart guy.
Yeah.
No, that's I did. I never could quite get the 30 on the ACT. Yeah. I got 28.
Or the girlfriend.
Nice. Nice.
Hey, wait a minute.
Nice.
That was good, but you know that's not true.
He opened that door and I walked out.
That's right.
It was a good one, but you know it's not true.
Stone's on top here. Just absolute control.
Quantity.
I imagine that's like wrestling a gorilla out there. He's pretty strong. What he looks like he's setting up here is called a hammer lock. If he spins around up front, grabs it underneath. He's going to go under that close arm to me. He's going to grab on that wrist. Yep. He got loose of it. That's one of my favorite pinning combination. It's impossible to get out of.
So he's using his head to be like a steamroller.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that's probably one of the longest matches he's had this year. So he's tough, man.
There he goes.
He's a rock. Yeah, I'm telling you what, guys, that's tight right there.
Stone is a rock.
That's tight.
There he goes. Look at him.
Oh, he's got to keep careful there with that headlock. This kid from Clinton credit, and that's a hard crossface right there.
Penalty?
I don't know if time was out or it was a penalty.
Probably time. Nope.
Penalty. Probably, unnecessary roughness. So it's 5-1.
15 yards?
Yeah. Optional start once he'll get back up to his feet.
When you have such strength like Stone does, it's a game changer.
It does. Just
raw strength.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, like I said, I give this kid a lot of credit. It looks like a penalty again, second time. Unnecessary roughness crossface, 2 points.
Man, it feels like we were wrestling for 30 seconds, and they were having...
So he does it again, and he's borderline getting disqualified. I don't know why the time's still running. The time should be off there. Now they turned it off when they started. They need the time back on.
They're backwards.
They need the time back on. He thinks he's got it off, and it's on. So
that's it.
Well, it didn't matter.
And now it's running again. Now he stopped it.
Yeah. All right, so here's Toomey. Yep. This should be a good match. Other than experience, Toomey doesn't have the experience that Jaden does, but this should be a pretty good match. I like Toomey. He's been aggressive tonight. I think he's tough. This is a good match. AC's guy is really solid. He's a good wrestler. He's got lots of experience. I'm anxious to see how this goes. There's Justin going with that throw. Going with the throw if he can get him down. No, he's got good hip positions there. This is going to be a good match. Both of them built about the same, too.
Yeah, they're long upper bodies.
Yeah, yeah. I like to see that, being aggressive like that. Again, you've got to, Toomey's a first-year wrestler. You got to give this kid some credit getting out there like this and wrestling. Man, I would love to have him for 4 years.
Well, it's all about, for him, it's just overpowering. I mean,
well, it is. Both these guys are strong.
Yeah.
But they're built the same. They're both aggressive. They both won tonight. I don't think either one of them lost tonight. This is fun. So let's see. Back and forth here. Again, it's a little bit of a chess match here. Still going for that throw. He's want to get those hips back. Yep.
He just can't get. I don't think he can drop the hips low enough
can't.
or something.
Well, that's
to be able to leverage it over.
Yeah, AC's dropping his hips.
Yeah,
it's a flexibility thing. I imagine they do a bunch of wall sits.
Yeah, these guys are tough. Again, a chess match. Once you get this guy down here, it's hard to get up from the bottom position when you're 285 pounds. So we'll see where they're at. Pull, push. Either one wants to make a mistake. Oh no, here we go, short time, block that, 14 seconds, you gotta stop him from spinning. And he's up, no takedown. And they go. Now, see, you're gonna see endurance come into this here. See who, 5, short time, 3.
Who's really been working?
Who's been working?
Now they're just leaning on each other a little bit.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Any points? Nope.
Top down neutral to first, so we're taking neutral. It's hard to take down and get away from these big guys, so. Here we go. What's the score of the match do you got there, Lee?
I've got Anderson County up by 12.
Okay. Going for that takedown. He's up. He's got to get that leg down. Good. Toomey's still fighting off there.
Woodruff over there winning the cheerleader. Love seeing that. They're cheering on their teammates.
Yeah. This is a good match. I'll tell you what. This might be two of your better guys in the region. I don't know what some of those other schools have. I haven't seen as much this year, but I've been impressed with both these guys tonight.
They're both strong like a bull.
Yeah, strong like a bull.
Let's see here. So Jaden went 3-1 last week. They say he's big and athletic and has a nasty streak about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always good to have on the offensive line and in wrestling. That that nastiness. That
you got to have that. That helps.
You do.
Man.
You
yeah.
do.
Toomey plays football, and he wants to be a walk-on. He's undecided between Carson Newman, UT Martin, and UTC. There's 2. All right, there's your 2 points. That's going to be big, real big.
Yeah, I have a strong feeling that he's not going to get him flipped over.
Well, I don't know. It's starting to wear down.
Yeah.
It's starting to wear down. So there you go. See, you get these big guys back. That's it.
Oh,
that's it.
Come on.
That's it. These guys get tired.
So that gives Anderson County an 18. So it's 24-12.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, 30-12.
Let's see. We should come out here with 106. Caleb Kendall for Clinton.
And Gabe Deitlin for Anderson County.
Caleb has competed at AAU wrestling for 3 years. That's off season. Favorite pen again is the chicken wing. Favorite athlete, Juju Smith-Schuster.
Little wide receiver there for now I think the Steelers.
They're not in the playoffs anymore.
I like finding out these
got beat by the Browns.
These favorite athletes.
Ben Downs, they're not in the playoffs anymore.
Yeah.
Why are you going to call Coach Downs out like that?
Nice takedown. Out of bounds.
Yeah, the terrible towel was used to wipe tears away this year.
It looks like he's got some experience here. This Clinton kid looks pretty tough, pretty strong. Picks this kid up. We should start to see him start to work on this takedown here. Moving around, ankle pick set up right there. Ooh, lost that takedown if he doesn't pull that leg in. There he is, pulls it in. He's gonna get this. He's gonna take it over. And he's on the back.
Getting back points.
Nice
back
and tight.
points.
This kid's pretty tough. I like this kid. I like this kid. Nice. We might want to talk to him.
Keep fighting.
There it is. There it is. Caleb Kendall.
That was a good match.
Kendall.
It was. He's a pretty little scrapper, isn't he?
I like that.
Yeah. Let's see where we're going to.
So it's a 12-point lead right now for Anderson County. I believe that's right. Yeah. Should be 113. Lucas.
Really, if we could get maybe talk briefly with Tate, Coach Tate, and then maybe Caleb Kendall.
And Sloan too, depending on who wins.
Sure. Sure.
You know. So there's another 6 for Anderson County.
That might be it. Let me see. What do we got here? This 13.
Yeah, it's 13.
No, 13 for.
Oh, that was 13.
That was 13. 20.
Yeah, this is 20. This is Tucker Markland, or I guess Vendell Norman.
I don't know who that is.
126.
That looks like a 20. 26 is Parker Sanchez for Clinton. I believe this is 26 coming up, possibly. Who's 26 for AC?
It says Norman, Vandal Norman.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. If this is 26, Parker Sanchez, first year.
Lots of action.
Ninth grader. Lots of action early. Got that ankle pick right there. Looks like a throw setup right there. For being a first year, this guy's pretty aggressive. I don't know if this is...
Who's the first year?
For Clinton.
Clinton. Stuff that head, turn, spin. We're turning and spinning. Okay, ooh, that's that. Take down 2, got him on his back. Come on, we need the belly down there, need the belly down. Get that arm back. He's got that head, see, he's got that head wrenched.
Yeah.
Keep fighting off that, keep fighting off that. Keep fighting. That's where the minutes turn to hours, guys, when it gets get down to fighting this way.
Another thing I've noticed, Jared, is the difference between this and wrestling is they don't spray tan.
Or use oil.
Guys.
Gotta throw stuff in there.
Yeah, I guess. All right, a little comic relief. So
a little entertainment here.
Really pleased with this guy. Really,
oh man, he's
really fighting, and that's what it's all about, guys. I think that's it.
And then that's it. And that's another 6 for AC.
I mean, for a first-year guy, it's pretty tough.
Absolutely. I give a lot of credit to all these guys out here. Good deal. Little scrappy kid. Like I said, big difference. Last year we had 5 kids total from Clinton, and I'm just really pleased to see this grow. I believe that's the match, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see.
And it looks like
there's a question. Question about the last one there. Let's see. Yep, I believe that's the match. Taking the tape up.
All right, and so with that, with my unofficial scorecard written down here on paper, that will give Anderson County the victory in the duel. They went undefeated. They beat Clinton on that last match, or that last meet. But man, what a night of wrestling, guys. We've got a couple. We're going to have Coach Kate come up first, then we'll have Coach Sloan from Anderson County. We'll get both coaches that were involved here in this last one before we take off. Jared, thoughts about the wrestling this year?
Man, another great duels that we got to come and cover, and it was just a great opportunity to just see these kids and all that they pour in, the blood, sweat, and tears that they pour into this. And it's definitely something that's growing in East Tennessee, and I'm proud of these coaches and what they've brought to this community for our kids. So hats off to those guys, and I'm just really, really proud of them.
And also, just to kind of build on that a little bit, whenever we repost this or put some information out on Facebook, we'll also put the information about contacting if you have maybe a student or a child that is interested in joining one of the club wrestling programs or one of the feeder programs here at Anderson County. Just yell at us, hit us up on Facebook, or just let any of us know, and we'll get that information to you, because anything that we can do to help grow the sport, to help these both schools, Anderson County and Clinton, to just really grow the programs here in the county is exactly what we want to do. And before we get to all them, Coach Snyder, thank you so much for being here, bringing the encyclopedia of the wrestling, of your wrestling experience. I really appreciate it.
Eric, the administrator.
And yeah, so here comes Hollywood. So, but we'll get back to you in just one second.
Sure.
Coach Kate, thank you so much for joining us again. Looks like you all went 2-1 tonight.
1-2.
1-2. Oh, okay. I thought you won the first two. I'm sorry.
Well, the Powell match was a tie, and it came down to tiebreakers, starting with tiebreaker A. We went all the way to tiebreaker J.
Wow. Oh, man.
So, yeah. Good matches tonight, though.
It was fantastic.
So they don't have a draw in.
No.
I mean, after you get through
you keep
G,
going down and going down until you get to it. So.
I thought if it was tied, I was like, I'll go against the other coach.
There you go.
We'll just see who wins.
No, not against Powell. Don't do that to him, man.
Yeah, he's got a couple years on you, Coach. Hey, just shows you how much. Told those guys, everybody I talked to tonight, next year I want you to come back and bring 2 guys with you. We need to have those full brackets. That's so important, especially when you get in this dual versus dual. It's an individual, but it's also a team sport. So just really proud. Anything that you're planning on going back and working on, getting ready for individual tournament? Anything major focus?
I think our guys fought super hard. They did everything I asked of them tonight. Probably being a little even more aggressive on the shot, not letting guys control the center so much, things like that. But it's the stuff we've been working on since day one. It's just refining.
Absolutely. Who was the last guy that wrestled? What weight was that?
Parker Sanchez, 126.
126. Is that a first-year wrestler?
Yeah,
he looked pretty good there, and Toomey came out like a spitfire. I knew once he got on his back, that was probably it, because those guys are pretty big.
It's gonna be tough.
But
I tell Toomey that his opponent always has a stack of short ribs stuck in his singlet. Toomey's gonna try to get him out.
Toomey built like bull.
Yeah.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go. Hey, good night, and hopefully we can do this again real soon.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Coach Kate. I look forward to talking to you again soon.
You as well.
All right, guys, and wow, so that was fantastic, and I think we're going to wait and get Coach Sloan on here. Hey, Matt, you're up.
Here he comes. He's talking with Coach Kate.
Yeah, he's trying to put up the mats and everything right now as well. Let's see if Coach Sloan comes on over.
Let's just put him up on screen, directing traffic here.
So what he's doing here is he's rolling up the mats. And what you see is...
there he is.
Hey, Coach, we won't keep you long. I know you're busy trying to get everything packed up, but congratulations on the duel tonight. You came out and handled your business the way that you were supposed to, man. Congratulations.
Yeah. We wrestled well in some spots. There's some stuff we got to clean up and get a little better at, but I was really impressed with Clinton. They come a long way in a year. So
they have. They've
got a big.
I love speaking to Coach Kate. I think he's going to be great for that program. Besides Stone, anybody else really stand out to you tonight that really did well? That giving them some momentum going into the region or to the state.
Your heavyweight did great.
Jaden Bullock, that is our heavyweight.
That guy's a scrapper.
Yeah, he had a heck of a night. You know, I told you the last time I talked to you, he's grown so much. I mean, he was, of course, he's just a sophomore, but as a freshman last year, I don't know if he wins any of those 3
Really?
matches.
Well, you can tell he's a scrapper. So what about LeBron Derry? That seems like an interesting kid.
Okay,
buddy.
you can take it.
Is he a scrapper too? Can you tell me about him?
He is unconventional. He is definitely unconventional. But you know, the kid finds ways to win. You know, he gets pins when.
Well, he's tall and lanky, but he gets out of stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
he does. He uses his length well, and he's, you know, that length, it's just sneaky. The guy's on your legs before you really realize that it's happened.
Yeah.
And he wins a lot of matches that way. Now he's got a long way to go. Just he's got to be a little more fundamentally sound than he is right now, but I like the kid.
Good.
He works hard, and he finds a way to win.
So, Coach, tell me what's it look like at the regions now? You go team versus team. We've got Clinton, AC, Karns, Knoxville, Halls, Powell, Sevier, Seymour, and South Doyle. Who wrestles who now going forward?
Well, it was a very interesting night. You know, we had a 3-way tie there for region runner-up.
Yeah.
See, because Clinton beat Karns.
Yes.
Then Powell, Karns beat Powell.
Yeah.
And Powell beat Clinton.
Yeah.
So
it went down to like letter J all the way down the criteria.
The way down the criteria.
Yeah.
But I'll have to make a call to Chris Coover, our assigning secretary for the region.
Yes.
And kind of get his take on who actually is going to end up being the region runner-up for our region, for our district.
All right.
Or sorry, the district runner-up for our district.
So the top 2 go and wrestle the top 2 from the other districts?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
the other side is I feel pretty confident it'll either be Sevier County or Seymour.
Okay.
We'll just we'll have to see how that duel played out.
Okay. And when is that, next weekend?
No, they wrestled tonight.
Oh no, the 4 of you.
The 4 of us. I have to check our schedule. I think it's more toward the end of January.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
All right. Well, you guys did awesome, man. Coach, good luck. Good luck this season. I hope to come out and watch some more wrestling. I hope you guys get out there.
Y'all got to say hi to Tate here real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Coach, real quick. Hey, Coach. Hey, Coach, real quick.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
at the beginning of tonight, I've been promoting this wrestling match that I've got going. I got Gary Terry, I got Eric, the administrator Snyder, and I got Hollywood Cates in a 3-way match. Would you buy a ticket to that?
Absolutely. You name the price.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's get Tate on here.
All right, here's Tate.
All right, thanks. Hey,
how's it going?
Coach Tate.
What's going on, Coach? You doing all right?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. How's the coaching world treating you so far this year?
It's going well. It's going well. It's exciting to be around here and kind of give back a little bit.
How have you seen, I mean, I know you're on the wrestling team here and you've kind of seen it. How have you seen it grow from when you were wrestled to Anderson County hosting duels? I mean, it's crazy.
Man.
Tell me a little bit about how you've seen it grow.
Man, when it first started, we were lucky to have half a team out. You know, now we've got 15, I think we have 15, 16 kids. It's awesome how it's growing.
And they're adding a girls, a female team next year and everything, coming up. So, I mean, it's fantastic. So, whenever I was going, I'm quite a bit older. I graduated in 01. We didn't even have a wrestling team. But now to see where it's at now, it's fantastic. I think Coach Snyder has something for you there.
How's it going, Tate?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, love to have you out here. Love to get your technique in there and scrap with those guys. I assume you get in there on the mat with them. So you working out with that heavyweight, man? I'm pretty impressed by him. He's pretty tough, isn't he?
Trying to. Coach Sloan's more the heavyweight guy, but I try to jump in when I can.
Well, until he goes 3 minutes and he's got to tap out and let somebody else come in there. So I know how Sloan operates. But no, we're glad to have you back. I'm excited. You bring a wealth of knowledge, and hopefully a lot of people don't realize that you got a scholarship or you got to able to wrestle at the next level for both of our programs, trying to grow that and really get that out there. Another thing, we wouldn't have had televised night with wrestling wrestling. This is our second year doing this, so we want to continue to grow that and really grow the sport. And I'd love to have, Anderson County A team, Anderson County B team, and Anderson County girls team. That's where we want to go. So I'm just wanted to say hi, and I'm excited that you're here, and I hope you stick around, and you got a big future in this. So
thanks, sir. I appreciate it.
all right, you have a good night.
So, Coach, just real quick. So, Jared has been working on. Jared's my brother. He's been working on a cage match between some.
Now it's a cage match.
It's a
yes.
cage match. Yeah.
No holds barred.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so it's going to be Hollywood Kate, and it's going to be GT and Eric Snyder, and we need a fourth. Are you in for that to go in with those? You're in? All right, we got our fourth.
Wait, can we do a tag team?
Oh, again, I've never okayed this, guys. Never once have I okayed this.
Tag team Kate.
Oh, yeah. This is directly from the desk of Eric Snyder.
Yeah, okay.
So just so you know.
Hey, just in. I got a text message from Dr. Parrott. He said it's good.
Okay.
He said, I just got a text message. He said we're all good.
All right.
Thank you so much for taking some time and talking to us. And we look forward to doing this again and really growing the programs here in Anderson County. So thank you so much, man.
We appreciate y'all coming out and showing it off a little bit.
Hey, absolutely. It's really our pleasure, and that's what we're trying to do is just get the kids out and get them involved. So thank you so much.
Yep.
Awesome. Appreciate you.
Thank you. All right. So as we kind of wind this down just a little bit, kind of got Jared's perspective a little bit. Coach Snyder, tell us a little bit about what you saw tonight and just your thoughts about the wrestling in general and that type of thing.
Absolutely, guys. Any night spending 3.5 hours watching wrestling is a good night for me. I used to spend many hours in the gym on Saturdays doing this. I can't thank you guys enough for bringing this to our community, and hopefully there's some people out there tonight that maybe learned something that they didn't know before. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with our schools. I'm impressed with our local schools. We got a good relationships. You can see this as a community, guys, that all the coaches know each other, and they run in circles, and there's a lot of respect for each other, for each other's programs. You saw Coach Sloan come in and say, hey, look, Clinton's doing a great job. And that's the type of respect that we have. It's a hard sport and everybody loves it. And I'm just really proud to be a part of it. I want to thank the Board of Education for allowing us to have wrestling and for the support. Again, contrary to what Dr. Parrott says, it's wrestling and not wrestling. So I do want to point that out to him since he's listening tonight. And if he's been doing CrossFit, so if he wants to do a cage match, I'd be happy to do that. So that's the only one I'm going to agree to.
You'd probably have to get in line on that one.
Yeah, he's still in better shape than I am.
He's tall and lanky. Though,
he is tall and lanky, but I'm meaner. I
don't know, man. He's got that. He's got that hillbilly strength.
That farming strength.
He's got that.
Hey, though.
A lot of people don't know this, but Dr. Parrott used to race barrel race horses, and I'm sure out there on the rodeo circuit, it's probably not the choir boy.
This is the thing. If things go south, I'm quicker than him, so I can run away.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Guys, I appreciate it. I love it. I'm very impressed, and I hope we continue to grow this.
Absolutely. And so thank you so much, Mr. Snyder. And for Jared, my name is Lee. Once again, this is Anderson ACTV, ACTV Sports. We just brought to you the duels for the region. Anderson County comes out on top undefeated, beat all the three teams, so they're going to go number one into the next level, and we'll see who they happen to be wrestling next. So
yeah, and be sure to like our pages and share this so more people can see it, and we're just trying to help these programs grow.
And if you have any questions about getting involved in wrestling or getting your child or your youth involved in wrestling, please reach out to us. Any of our Facebook pages, ACTV's page, we'll make sure to get your information to the right people. So for Eric Snyder, for Jared Fogarty, my name's Lee Fogarty. Thank you all so much for watching tonight, and good night, everybody.
Good night.